Now, and we should be broadcasting. I believe we're being received.
Oh, God.
All right, I think we are. All right, that was good evidence
That was
there.
perfect.
All right, and we're peaking the mic already, but that's okay. We've been doing that the entire campaign.
We cannot see Autumn.
Wait, no.
Okay,
hold on.
We cannot see Autumn.
Maybe out of this.
All right.
No, you're here, bro.
We can't see Autumn.
Here, I'll scoot back.
No, I know exactly how to fix it. I know exactly how to fix it because this thing's tilted too far this way. Are we good?
Give it a second.
Yeah,
Maybe
it takes like 5 seconds. No.
No, we still can't see.
I tilted it twice.
You gotta
You might need
I
to
think
put
it's
it
just
back a
gonna-
I
farther.
agree.
Yeah, I need to go back.
Some would say I should have done this before clicking live. Are we good?
Hold on. Oh,
Oh.
oh.
That's kind of it.
That's kind of it.
All right, that works.
We cannot
This
see
is-
the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
we're good.
Autumn, just don't lean back.
Look at now. You can see in
I am
all of its glory
perpetually
our
leaning
absolutely
back.
scuffed dice cam for today because we don't have a proper dice tray. Take a look at what we're dealing with here. Look at that. All right, that's what we have. All right.
Like the Flash.
Oh my God! 8 viewers out of the fucking
8
gate.
viewers?
What the fuck?
I cannot get this open.
Where are you all coming from? Okay.
I did
We're just
advertise
not-
for our old D&D
John
group.
did advertise our old D&D.
Oh,
God
there's,
damn.
yeah, there's Travis and there's Matthew.
Hello,
Oh,
Travis and
shit.
Matthew. Very glad to have you today.
See y'all.
Oh, Weebly is here. Let's go.
Weebly!
We can always count on Weebly. I love this guy.
It's
You
time
gotta
for Gun.
entertain.
I kind of want to mod Weebly.
Do we know who Weebly is?
I don't know.
Is Weebly a
Weebly's
stranger?
been at every stream.
Has
But
Weebly
we
been at
don't
every
know who
stream?
Weebly
Weebly's been at every stream.
Weebly,
We don't know
Nice
who
to have
Weebly
you.
is.
I don't know who Weebly is, but I love the guy.
Weebly, reveal yourself.
yeah,
to
I love
us.
Weebly.
He's our
Weebly,
mascot
reveal
now.
yourself.
Love you, Weebly.
The owl guns.
10 viewers, double digits.
Let's go!
Out the
Um,
gates. This is the first stream we've ever hit
So,
double digits
Matthew,
on.
to
That
explain a
probably
little
puts
bit,
us at
we
like
are
number 6 tabletop.
arms dealers.
we're arms
Yeah.
dealers.
We are
yeah.
arms
Nobody
dealers.
And we're
breaks
called the
one.
Owls. So
All right,
that's
11.
a little banner logo.
11 viewers!
Shit, 11 viewers. This is
Mom,
big.
I'm famous.
This is very big. Okay.
This is going to be your biggest stream.
This is our biggest stream. All right, with the owls. Now, okay, I'm going to do the spiel that I do before everyone's first session. Now, I have nothing prepared for this. Nothing is written down. I don't have a Google Doc for this session. And what that means is that the narrative is incredibly malleable. Okay? You guys can suggest to me things that can happen in the adventure, and I can put them in there if I like those suggestions. I may at some point ask you guys questions about the world, the locations, the characters in it, and you can give me answers that I'm then going to use. We're going to be building this story together. This narrative is much more player involved than a game like D&D or Call of Cthulhu. Okay? Now, do all of you remember how dice rolls work?
Not
No.
A
entirely.
Okay.
refresher would be a great.
Why don't you tell us,
The
James?
title still says the menagerie. Oh.
Oh, does
How?
Well, the ad says the owls, so. Yeah, we just dropped
Fix
4
it.
viewers. They realized it wasn't the menagerie and they left. All right, title still says the menagerie. Ryan, if you're here, can you fix that? And if you're not, that's fine. We'll just leave it. Okay. Anyway, here's how rolling works. So you guys are going to roll a certain number of d6s determined by what skill you're using and what items you have. You take the highest result of the d6s that you roll. If you manage to get a 6 as your highest and your second highest, you critically succeed. You do what you were trying to do, and an additional benefit occurs. If your highest result was a 6 and your second highest wasn't a 6, you regularly succeed. You do the thing and nothing bad happens. If your highest die was a 4 or a 5, you do the thing, but something bad happens as well, an additional complication. And on a 1, 2, or 3, you don't do the thing, and an additional bad thing happens. All right?
Okay.
Now, at some points in the game, there are ways that you can add more dice to your dice pool. You can take 2 stress to add a die to any roll. You can take 1 stress and help somebody to add a die to their roll. Or you can accept the devil's bargain, which I will offer when it is relevant.
What about having higher scores in skills?
Yes, so that is your default number of dice. If you have 2 dots in a skill, you're rolling 2 dice by default.
Oh my. Okay, cool.
Now, I guess let's begin. Okay, so you guys are, for the folks at home who don't know, you guys are the Owls. You are a group of arms dealer hawkers. Let's see. You guys are a group of arms dealer hawkers based out of the old quarter of the city of Duskwall in Hound Alley. You guys are currently attempting to deal weapons to South Commerce Street, who are being intimidated by the billhooks and would like to defend themselves. That is what is on the docket for today. Back to the regular cam, and we're still rolling. Okay, excellent. So, Owls, do you have any questions? Oh, we're back up again to the 11. Okay. This is big. This is very big. So, any other questions before we get rolling into the session?
If you don't have a point in a skill, do you still roll 1 dice?
You roll 0 dice, which means you roll 2 and pick the lower. But
Oh.
you can always guarantee yourself at least 1 die to every roll. Because if you have 0 dice, you can tick 2 stress and suddenly you have 1. Okay? Worth noting, I do not make a single roll during this entire game. Every roll is made by one of you 4. I don't roll at all. I should not be touching the dice. If I do, you can swap them out of my hands. Okay? If you choose not to swap them out of my hands, whatever happens next is on you. All right. And so with that, as I am scrolling to open the rules here and talking so as to stall while I look for them, I found them.
So true.
Are we ready to roll in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So the first thing we do is what's called an engagement roll. Now, something I should explain about this system in case you're unaware is that it is assumed that all of your characters have taken a lot of time in advance to meticulously plan all of what is about to happen. But that's boring as fuck, and we don't want to have to play through that. And so we, the players, don't actually know what most of the plan is until it happens, right? It's all abstracted. And so we assume all the planning has been done, right? And that plays into the game in the form of flashbacks. Are you all aware of how flashbacks work?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like you flash back to when you're planning, take a stress or 2, flash forward, and now you reap the benefits of when you planned it earlier, right? But we skip all of that in the narrative, and instead we start at the first obstacle. So if you're trying to break into a museum, we start you at the first window with your crowbar. We start in the action, in media res. I don't think that's how that's pronounced. But the first thing you have to do is choose a type of plan, right? How you are initially approaching the task before you. That task being vending arms to a bunch of merchants being intimidated by a gang of bravos, okay? So the 6 types of plans for you to choose from are assault, do violence to a target, deception, lure, trick, or manipulate, stealth, trespass unseen, occult, engage with a supernatural power, social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade, and transport, to carry cargo or people through danger. Personally, I think there's a few in there that would make sense for this situation.
Maybe stealth or transport.
There's many in there.
I just do stealth, social, and transport.
I mean, I have no problems with any of those.
Is this
So-
in character here, or is this
Either way.
fully out of the character?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I feel
It's
like
very freeform.
this is an out of character discussion.
Okay, out of character discussion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we are all pretty, especially us two, we're very social people. We could probably get by either through deception. I don't know if we have any way to use the social to get into this area.
Let's do some logistics first. How are we actually going to get our stuff there? Are
Yeah.
we going to carry it, or are we going to...
Well, if
Yeah.
you're the only time you'll need to worry about that is if you're
Oh.
doing a transport mission. If you want to
Gotcha.
decide that most of the difficulty is getting the guns there, you'll select transport as your pick.
Okay.
But if you want to decide that most of the difficulty is going to be persuading the merchants that were trustworthy, you might pick social instead.
I think we've already done that part. I think we've.
our biggest challenge is going to be
Getting-
getting it to the people, not necessarily to the area.
I think we need to figure out a good route. We need to figure out a route that doesn't involve guns in the way, that doesn't involve mercenaries in the way, and that we can get in, give the guns, and then get out,
Right, but
and then possibly use the route again.
Are we going through enemy territory?
If you
Oh,
choose
goodness.
transport, yeah, you're going to be going through enemy because there's obstacles, right? And we're deciding if you pick transport, that's a statement to me that the most difficult part of the mission as you conceive it is going to be getting the guns there. So there are
I
going
see.
to be difficulties if you select transport.
Then what about stealth?
If you select stealth, then you're saying getting the guns isn't going to be that tough. But getting the guns from the doorstep to the people, that's going to involve some sneaking.
That's kind of what I think is the big
So
issue.
like that would be a statement to me that the billhooks are currently intimidating the neighborhood, and you're going to need to sneak in and around their sentries and get it to the merchants.
A little
Right,
bit
that's what
meta.
I was
I think that's also going to be the most interesting option. I'm going to be honest.
Perhaps.
That's
yeah.
my favorite kind of meta.
Yeah.
But, okay, my only concern is I can see that leading to a fight, and I don't think any of us are fighters.
We
We
can
do have guns.
We
so
can,
I guess
we
we
can
can.
rely on our deception and our.
Deception is its own as well. If you
Do we
want to
wanna roll the dice for it?
If you want to dress
Oh,
up
that
as
is
blue
it.
coats and say, "Hey, we're doing a routine inspection of your neighborhood,"
I think that'll get us killed.
but it's very dramatic.
I think, honestly, I think we could mix in a bit of what you're saying with the stealth and a bit of the the deception bit if we do transport.
Yeah, probably.
Like
I
we're
feel like it's a
we're
bit half
both
and half.
we're trying to get it there without being noticed.
I feel like
that kind of thing.
regardless
Yeah,
of which
maybe.
one we pick, like we'll be doing a little bit of the other two.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think transport.
By the
Honestly,
way, that is accurate. Yeah. So if you pick social, there might be a little bit of deception and stealth in there.
Okay.
If you pick deception, you'll probably be doing a little bit of social and stealth. If you pick transport, like you're going to encounter obstacles that relate to the other two. This just determines where we're starting the action.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's like we're picking what you think the most interesting part of the score is to open the adventure with.
So I think transport might be best.
I think transport probably makes the
Let's do
most sense.
transport.
Exciting, yeah.
I'm
All right, we
voting
haven't
on
had a
transport.
transport mission yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Transport.
Transport, why not?
Okay, so then you are escorting weaponry from your home in Hound Alley up to South Commerce Street. Okay, that is going to kick you through Highwater Place. That is the neighborhood you're going to need to cross to get to South Commerce Street, and we're going to say that Highwater Place is pretty much an absolute catastrophe. Highwater Place as a neighborhood is called such because it used to be where the city's above ground cisterns were held. All of the water towers and collection for, when a famine hits or when a drought or a plague hits and they need to break into reserves of water, it would all be held in these big metal towers. They've long since fallen out of use because they've learned how to better purify water from the River Dosk, and so what you see is a neighborhood of poorly constructed buildings, streets layered on top of each other, all built around these big labyrinthine water tower structures. And so it's a weird mix of old municipal buildings, industry, and tenements that are built on top of each other with crisscross streets and multiple Z levels going through them. It's labyrinthine, and all sorts of local gangs are, looking out for any sort of trouble. Blue coat patrols work their way around, constantly paranoid that they're about to be ambushed. And of course, it's right next to Crow's Nest, so you better believe that the most powerful gang in the district has some lookouts there. Fortunately, I think you guys are at +2 with the Crows.
Yes.
We are.
We are.
Okay.
We are.
So, okay, crossing through Hightower Place to get into South Commerce Street. It looks like that's going to be the primary part of the action here. Okay. I'll start up some clocks. Think about what we're going to be doing. So you guys are doing a transport mission, okay? Now, here's a question then, because we're doing transport. You guys are going to need a decent bit of weaponry here. I imagine the South Commerce merchants are going to want probably 15 guns, right? Enough to take on a cohort of thugs and a few proper scoundrels that the billhooks are liable to send. And so, between 10 muskets, 5 flintlocks, and a bunch of bullets and bayonets, that's a pretty serious bit of gear. And so you guys can select either to maybe rent a carriage and goats, and it would be like you're taking out a loan, renting the carriage, returning it, and then paying a coin to pay off the loan that you took with interest, right? So you can pay a coin either now or at the end of the score from your payout, or I'm going to say that 15 guns is probably going to require, with the bullets, probably 10 load distributed between the party.
How occulty could we get with it?
What do you mean?
Could we get spirits to help us transport it?
Yes.
Do we want to risk
Have a
that?
way to do that?
You don't have
Just
a
an idea
whisper,
in case
which is going to
anybody
make
could.
things difficult.
Yeah, we
but
don't
it
have a
is-
whisper.
But it is possible.
Okay.
It is also. Oh, whoops! I've been on the map.
I
for the
mean,
last
I
few
think
minutes.
perhaps
And we're
what's
back.
probably best is we rent a carriage of some kind.
I mean, me personally,
that.
I'm not very stealthy. I'd be willing to take a lot of the load and take a heavy load.
The problem is you're a target.
Yeah, but I'd
Yeah.
be falling behind. You guys would be scouting in front.
Yeah, but we don't want to lose you. Is my.
I
if somebody
can
comes
I
up
can
behind.
keep Autumn, and you can have the other
I
bit of load.
essentially have 2 sets of eyes
Yeah.
Okay.
because of the cat.
I did like the idea of dressing up as.
I was
Blue
gonna
coats?
ask.
No.
Ooh, I don't feel like that's a
Especially
great
in this
idea.
territory, no.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Do we
If I'm not
want to have
mistaken,
our
the billhooks have it out for the
masks
blue
Hear
on?
me
coats,
out.
don't
We
they?
No,
split-
I say no.
We
Well, no
could
one really
split
knows
the
about us
load
yet.
evenly between us, and then split up,
I feel like
but
it's
stay in
too
the
much of a
same
hindrance.
general idea.
I feel like if we take the load, then we just slow ourselves down. But if we take the carriage, then we have a loose end hanging.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you
and
mean
we
by
have
that?
the-
Well, I think if a situation arises where we have to ditch the carriage, there's our whole cargo just gone.
That's a fair
And a
point.
carriage is a giant target.
And we have to pay for the carriage too.
And it's not very sneaky.
Are we paying for the
I-
weapons, or do we
I think
already
the
own?
carriage makes.
I'm saying that what you're getting from the score is profit from the
Yeah,
materials to
I
make
see.
the weapon. You don't have to. We're not going to do all sorts of accounting about materials and labor costs.
Okay.
I'm just saying your payout is the profit.
I see. I like the carriage idea because that gives us more options to work around with the load.
Well, my logic is if
Take the loan and don't pay it. You're literally criminals.
Yeah, you guys can decide to fuck over the lender, but in Crowsfoot, the people that loan to criminals are either A, the bank in Tangletown, or B, the Crows. And so you can decide to take a loan from them and just not pay it back, but it's going to anger some significant powers in Crowsfoot. And that's not me saying you can't do it. Like, your scoundrels.
Actually, we may have
We
some
like
mercy.
the Crows.
I have
Let's
another
not-
idea.
No. We may
You
have
can screw
some
over
mercy
Tangletown.
with them on the loan. Actually, if we're like on good terms with them, maybe.
You're not allied with them. They like you. They'll give you money for it, but they're going to want you to pay them back. You guys are small-time operators. and
Here's
they're
another
the
idea.
Crows.
We split the load between 1 or 2 people, and we have the rest.
That would be
follow
5
from,
to a person.
Yeah, and we have the rest follow from a distance. And if anything happens with those 2 people, then the others cause
Why don't we
a
go
distraction.
find a whisper?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I like that idea of basically just making it so that like, ooh, okay, I like that. Yeah.
So, how would the spirit thing work though? If we had a bunch of ghosts
Well,
carry our
it's
load?
tough for ghosts to carry stuff, and ghosts also draw a lot of attention. At that point, I don't know why you wouldn't just want to find hirelings.
Okay.
Here's another thought.
Because I was thinking they could
What
just,
if
like,
we all right, here's a question. What is going to be the bottleneck portion of this?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the point. We don't
Yeah,
know.
no
I don't know.
one-
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Okay.
It-
I'm thinking what we could do is we could set up one person or 2 people literally just as a distraction, and then the other 2 people just slip in and complete the deal.
well, okay. That sounds to me like a deception or social mission then.
That's another
Right?
yeah.
Because just slip in, you're crossing city blocks worth of turf here, if you
Yeah.
want to go the transport route.
do we have a bunch of empty boxes? Because I assume that we're like running this out of a warehouse.
Yeah, you got crates.
Okay, hear me out. Let's go get a bunch of crates and fill them with bullshit. We'll rent out a carriage.
You're to decoy carriage? Is that what you're about to describe?
No.
to me?
Decoy
We will rent out a carriage, and we will cut out the bottom, put all of our arms in the bottom of it,
Sick.
put it back
Okay.
on top, put the crates on top, so people think that's the cargo that
Absolutely
we're really carrying.
sick.
Okay.
I love
I'm
that
down.
idea.
And
All right, so
then-
you're going carriage route?
I'm down
Great.
for it.
1 coin if you want to rent a standard carriage, but I'm going to say the loan is going to be a lot steeper, and I'll allow 4 coin if you want an armored carriage.
I don't think we need one. I think the deception of they looking in the carriage and it's like just random stuff. It's nothing illegal. They're like, okay, like I think that will probably be enough.
All
I
right.
think a standard
But we're not
carriage
gonna
is
be we're not gonna be getting shot at. I don't
And
think.
plus, we already have 1 coin to
Famous
start
last
with.
words.
We could just use that for the carriage.
I don't see anything that could go wrong with this plan.
Oh, I see plenty.
Guys,
I think
there's
so much.
quite a
There's
lot.
so
I
much.
don't
So
like
we're
the way
doing a
those plays.
transport mission. Are you spending a coin now or taking it out of your payoff?
We could spend a coin now. We have
Because you
one.
have a
we
crew
can
coin.
we can spend a coin now.
Go ahead and spend a coin. So you're paying off the interest. Like this technically, chronologically, is happening after the score when you return the caravan, you pay off the loan with interest. It'll be 1 coin. You've got a carriage now. Right? Okay. Cool moment. So then, now we do an engagement roll. This is a transport mission. Yes, we're still on that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Epic moment. So the way an engagement
Moment.
All right, the way an engagement roll works is I'm going to give you a certain number of dice, okay? And if your highest result, if you get 2 6s on those dice, then you've already overcome what would have been the first obstacle of the score. Like you started it off on incredible footing, okay? If your highest is a 6, good result. You're in a controlled position, and I'll explain what that means when we make rolls, but it's good. On a 4 or 5 being your highest die on an engagement roll, you're starting in a risky position, which is a normal roll. And on a 1 to a 3 being your highest die in the engagement roll, you're starting in a desperate position, which is, as it sounds, bad. Now,
Very bad.
I determine how many dice I'm going to give you for this roll. You start with 1 die to represent sheer luck. Who wants to roll the engagement roll? Who feels lucky today?
Just lucky.
I'm
Who feels-
not lucky.
Don't do it.
All right.
Oh
Hold
shit.
on. Right now, put 1 die in your hands to start. Okay. Now, is the operation particularly bold or daring, or overly complex or contingent on many factors? I'm saying no to both.
I'm saying
I
no
think
to
this is a fairly standard middle of the road, so I'm not subtracting or adding any dice.
Okay.
By the way, if a plan is very bold or brazen, I give you +1 to this roll. The game is designed to encourage risky plays. Okay. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target, or does it engage with their defenses where they are strong? No to both. I don't think you're taking advantage of the Billhooks or South Commerce Street's weaknesses or strengths, so no dice added there. I don't think any of your friends, contacts, enemies, or rivals are going to be interfering much in this operation by default, so no dice there. Your target is the same tier as you. Both of you are 0 tier targets, so you just have 1 die to the engagement roll.
See, I do have a rival who is a arms manufacturer themselves.
I will say... Oh.
Who's your rival?
How do you say that? Clyra? Clyra? Yeah, Clyra.
Clyra, okay.
I will also say that we are relying on the fact that we are using false cargo to deceive people. That is a little bit risky. Not risky.
I would say
I
it's
feel like
risk
that's-
mitigation.
Yeah.
Is what I would say.
Risky would be just
If you
like,
if you were having guns propped up
Yeah.
on the windows, like, hey, you're like advertising
Guys.
a buy one get one on the side of the carriage.
No,
Hear
guys,
me out.
do we want to?
Hear me out. We
No.
construct the first tank.
We could slap the Owls logo on the side of it.
Yes. Yeah. I'll give you that.
We could do that. Do you want to? For the extra engagement?
And then we just go in full on like...
No, we just slap our logo, like the banner. On the side of the
Yeah, you
carriage.
put a banner on the side.
we put an
and
ad
you're
out.
displaying the fact you've got illegal firearms in the windows. I'll give you an extra die.
Let's maybe not do
Guys.
that.
But it's bold and brash. I mean,
It is bold
bonus
and brash.
engagement.
I'll also give you for the score give you +1 heat and +1 rep. Rep and heat is used to determine how much the police want to get you, and rep determines how famous you are in the criminal world.
Ooh.
That's kind of tempting, actually.
That's actually
I'll
kind of
give you
tempting.
+1 rep.
I do think we should have the logo.
Actually, +1 rep +2 heat, because you tend to get twice as much heat as rep.
Worth it or not?
Those numbers are probably meaningless to you.
I think it's
Instead of having the guns visible, could we perhaps just make it make it more obvious that like this is ours?
Yeah, I'm saying we put
Like
an ad on the
bodyguards,
side.
yeah, or an ad on the side. Like
Of
one
the
of us
carriage.
is sitting on the carriage with like a drawn
Like
weapon.
we
the
just
owl
paint,
mask
we just put an
on.
owl logo.
What
on the
about
side.
this? What about 3 of us are on the outside of the carriages acting like high-power bodyguards? Like we are dressed to the
What?
nines, like generals.
What'd you
That's
knock
me.
over? Oh.
That's me. Like generals, and then only one of us is actually an owl.
Oh, can we get a description?
Yeah, we'll get a description
Yeah.
of everybody once, like as soon as a character enters the frame, we describe them.
okay.
So we'll get a description of everyone.
And then
first.
if we want to go the extra mile, we could make it an armored vehicle and just make it like really ostentatious. Make it look like this is like some kind
if
of
you
like,
want to spend 3 additional coins,
like
yeah.
some kind of like government
No, we
operation.
don't want to spend the money. Just put a banner on the
Yeah, I
side.
think we just.
We're overcomplicating this.
Okay.
Banner on the side. I'll give you the rep and heat, but I won't give you the extra die for boldness unless guns are visibly in the carriage.
We can put 1 or 2 out.
No.
Hear me
Or 2
out.
extra.
The people that are guards have the guns on.
I'd be
Oh,
wondering-
I
I'd be
like
You
that
wondering-
have
idea.
15 guns.
Well,
so
not
what
bullets.
I'm saying is you are advertising the fact that you're selling guns would be the bold aspect.
That would be really funny though. Hear
Otherwise,
me
you
out.
can just take the 1 die.
Actually,
engagement
if we want to do that,
What's the market for guns like in this?
I'll do
place?
it. I'll do it. Okay.
Pretty high.
I know. Okay. So what if we do fully advertise that we're doing guns? We know that the Crow Gang controls this turf.
They don't.
They don't.
Well,
We're
okay,
in
the
different
Crows are
turf.
currently in disarray because their leader was assassinated. They technically claim the entire district as their turf, but their internal structure has been thrown into chaos, and so right now, the only part that they genuinely control is the Crow's Nest while they're rebuilding.
Are the Billhooks here?
You don't know, but this is not their turf.
Autumn,
Okay.
you have a custom gun, right?
I have a rifle and 2 pistols.
It's probably customized. You
I
know
say we
me.
just forgo the like hiding the weapons and just slap them in the back.
Slap them right on top.
All in
make
favor
it
of-
look like a government mission and
No,
just make
no,
it
literally
I think we
just
just
as
advertise that
easily
we
as
are arms
possible.
dealers.
make
All
it
in
look
favor
like
of
we don't care.
advertising
Just make it
the
look
fact
like
you're
we
selling
want
weapons,
to.
raise your hands.
So do we?
And it happens. 2 die engagement roll. I will give you +1 rep and +2 heat. Let me click the dice cam. All right, you're going to want at least 1 6. Go ahead and roll.
Oh!
All right, you're starting in a controlled position when the action begins.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are describe to me now. Is somebody sitting on top of this carriage, like armed? or not necessarily armed, but like is somebody sitting on top of it? Where is everybody sitting? Who's driving with the goats?
It would not be me.
Who's in
I
the
will.
front? You're in the front of the carriage. You've got the reins in your hands?
Yes.
Okay. Describe us. Describe us? Describe yourself
I
to
do
us,
like?
Silas.
Everett.
You're Everett Sullivan. Silas is Chris.
Okay. I think Mr. Everett Sullivan. He's very tall, wide framed with pepper and salt hair, very angular features, very well put together. On his lap, kind of like sitting across from him, is this very, very beautiful crow cane.
That is a sick cane.
That he is keeping across his lap. He looks like he is ready for business. He has a very short smile kind of spread across his face that hides a very, very powerful brain.
Okay.
He is currently wearing, I think, some kind of like trench, like a walking coat with a collared shirt. And you know what? Because we're advertising it, across his face is this beautiful owl-themed masquerade mask
That's
that
sick.
allows you to see his mouth.
All right. Now, who's sitting shotgun with Sullivan? Like
wants to be on
up,
top?
like up in the front of the carriage, like sitting open with the goats.
I'll do it.
All right. Describe yourself to us.
Shiva.
Shiva. Right.
Shiva is a younger guy, about 20, with a darker complexion. He's got long hair that's sort of cut down at the sides, but it's tied back in a ponytail. Small goatee on his chin. He seems to be a little nervous, just like by default, just kind of like quickly looking around the place. He does have a holster under his arm, and he's wearing just a simple white shirt and some baggy pants, and then across it is some sort of bandolier sash thing from his time in the military.
All right. And now, where are you,
Right.
Marchant Kerrigan?
Probably sitting in the back of the carriage, I would
All right.
imagine.
With the merchandise.
With the merchandise.
All right, what are you looking like while you're sitting there?
Okay,
there,
well,
Marchant?
Marchant is he's a tall, slim, cold-looking fellow with a long, sort of like greasy hair and like a 5 o'clock shadow. It sort of looks like he got back late last night from a casino where he definitely had too much to drink and definitely lost too much money. He's probably dressed up in some like business casual clothing, like a button-up shirt with like first 2 buttons undone, probably because they're missing. Some like business slacks that definitely have seen better days, and some very scuffed up nice shoes.
And now, is Marchant in the back of this carriage with, don't tell me, it's Aspen.
Yes.
With Aspen.
Yes.
Okay.
I think, okay, Aspen is looks to be a fairly young person. They're wiry, they got black eyes, curly black hair, tan skin. No one's really sure what their gender is. Every time someone asks, it seems to change.
Okay.
And in their lap is a little white cat.
What
Well, I
is the-
say a little white cat. It's a white Norwegian forest cat, which
Ooh.
is a fairly big cat.
All right, so you've got a white Scotland forest cat in your lap here.
Yeah.
And what is the cat's name?
The cat's name is Grim.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that is delightful. Okay, so Grim the cat is sitting in their lap as you guys are you two are in the back of this carriage. You two are sitting shotgun.
And they also have the owl mask on.
And I am going to say that the first obstacle you guys are going to come across is you have pulled forward here, right? The goats come to a stop at a large pipe that has burst from underground and scattered the cobblestones of the ground street of Highwater Place just into some windows of abandoned tenement buildings to the side, blocking the road. And the goats are going to balk and, what does a goat sound like? Like, ah! Right? And they're going to kick their hooves up in the air as the carriage is going to come to a stop. This is your first obstacle. There's a blockage in the road.
I don't know, what's like perception in this game?
Survey, maybe?
Survey. Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
have any
Can I go ahead and
I do.
survey to see if I can see some like wooden pallet? Actually, how big is this? What am I thinking of? Is it actively gushing?
No, a pipe burst last night. Like the pipe
Okay,
burst.
so there's just like a hole in the ground.
And some city inspector who's in charge of making sure that the district doesn't collapse on itself just twisted one valve and called it a day, cutting the water to like like 3,000 people's homes.
That sounds right.
We turn the water back on.
Bit of a problem. That's good.
Can I make a survey check to see if I could find something that we could use as like a non-permanent bridge?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and roll survey. And you're starting in a controlled position. And I'm going to give you a standard effect. Now, when you guys tell me what skill you're rolling, I tell you what that roll's position and effect is. Position is how stable of, I don't want to say position in the definition of position, but how stable of a position you're in going into the roll. Controlled means that you're unlikely to get hurt by what you're doing. Risky, which is what most rolls are going to be, means things could go either way. You might get hurt trying to do what you're doing. And desperate means that you are in a bad place when attempting this roll. And effect is self-explanatory. Something either has a limited effect, standard effect, or great effect. It's how much of what you're trying to do you can do. I am giving you controlled position because your engagement roll was a 6, and I am giving you standard effect.
What does that mean?
Standard effect means that you're going to build a bridge, but it's, it might take a little bit of time to do it. I don't know what great effect would look like. Great effect is, I guess, not only is the bridge temporary, but you have made it such that future traffic can get across this road until a construction crew gets there. So, I mean, I don't know.
Or it collapses immediately after the next person crosses it.
Oh, fuck. Actually, yeah, that could be great effect. So here's what I'll tell you then.
We're getting chased or something?
Now, right now, the effect is standard controlled. All right, but you can trade position for effect on any roll. So you could downgrade from a controlled position to a risky one and upgrade your effect from standard to great. So if you'd like, you can put yourself at a little risk here to rig not just a temporary, but a one-use bridge that looks stable for the next group of suckers to try and cross it.
I don't think we need to do that.
That's true.
Very much.
That would be incredibly petty.
And there's other ways to get around that, so I think I'm just going to go for the stable position.
Guess I should finally fix this this pipe burst. The valve is on the other side of this nice temporary bridge somebody built.
Ready? Go!
That's a
A
6.
6!
The dice cam wasn't on. No.
What have you done?
What do you mean?
Roll it again.
So,
Roll it
it's a
again.
six. So you roll a 6. That means you do the thing. Nothing bad happens. Excellent work. You get the carriage across the bridge and continue across your way. All right. The temporary bridge kind of folding in behind you, not liable to trick who's ever coming across next. Okay. So you guys are going through, and eventually the road is going to tilt upward, like kind of ramp up onto an angle, right? And it's also going to fork off. It's like you've got the road going, and it forks off twice, and then the middle route goes up onto. Give me a street name for this place. A really gross.
Bolingbrook.
No, Bowling Street already exists. Notably,
Brook
where
Street.
Bowling Street, Brook Street. All right, yeah. You guys are going from Brook Street to Upper or to Mid Brook Street, because in Duskwall, a lot of streets are built on top of each other. So as we're in, the real world, you'll have North, South, East, West Main Street. You have Lower, Mid, Upper Brook Street, and that's lower's on the bottom Z level, mid is built above the lower level, and then the top level of the street is Upper Brook Street. So you guys are going from on a ramp into a higher level of Brook Street, right?
I see.
And now it's like you've got a neighborhood that's been constructed on steel platforms above the neighborhood below it.
Oh my.
Because, space is very short in Duskwall.
Overpopulation.
And so you guys, when I said he cut off the water to 3,000 people, that was like one apartment. And so you guys are elevating up. You guys are elevating up onto a higher level of this street. And we're going to say that a local gang of thugs, right? A local gang of thugs who thinks they're hot shit and control this local neighborhood are going to be like looking at you from a distance. And you're going to notice that it looks like there's like one proper scoundrel among them. I'm going to say that in high water, I'm going to say that he appears to be a cutter, right? A big, bulky guy. I'm going to say that he is wearing like a plain white shirt with 2 large machetes on side holsters at his side, and like his dad's suit pants, like the only nice clothing he could get access to go along with his stained undershirt. And he and this crew of like 4 or 5 just kind of younger guys are just looking at your carriage, and they're whispering to each other and just following behind you for a moment here.
I wave at
Eyes
them.
ahead, gents. Eyes ahead.
Is that what you're saying you're saying that to the people in the carriage, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Eyes ahead, we don't want to engage. All right, and they're going to walk and begin matching pace with your carriage, walking on the steel, walking on the tiled sidewalk next to the steel riveted road. And the dude at the front, the cutter, is going to take out his machete, grasp it by the handle, and bang the handle onto the door of the carriage. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, what does this character look like? Is it closed? Are there like doors?
Yeah, the carriage is. I'm imagining like an old Western stagecoach, but a little fancier and constructed out of dark wood. That's what I've been picturing.
Okay.
I look back to you in a way of saying, like, shall we stop?
Yeah, go ahead. Stop.
I pull on the reins to stop the cart.
The goats
That
are
was
gonna-
very impressive.
I finally had an excuse to use the horse noise, even though it's goats. The goats are gonna whir.
They're big
Gorses.
goats.
They are. Yeah, Duskwall. I don't know. It's weird, but Duskwall in the setting, like it's mostly goats. There's like 8 horses in the city, so most of the carriages are big, weird mutant goat drawn.
Yeah.
And so your big, weird mutant industrial work goats are gonna come to a stop. And the gangs are gonna the local gang is gonna post up in a semicircle outside your door.
Good evening, fellas.
Good evening. I don't think you guys are around Hightower Place very often, are you?
Not quite, no.
Not quite. We're just passing through.
That's a very nice looking cane you got there.
It is.
I imagine you got a little coin stashed away between those seats.
What's it to you?
It's to me that there's a little fine for entering Hightower Place. Give me a name for this shitty local gang.
Shitty local gang.
SOG.
The locales.
The locales. That sounds
The
that sounds like a California indie rock.
Dogs.
You're gonna have to pay your dues to the locales if you want to get through Midbrook Avenue.
The locales?
The locales.
I think I've ever-
Locales. I've never heard of the locale. Have you heard of the locales?
Never.
Well, it's a name you're gonna remember,
I've
and he's
never
gonna
heard
bang
of
the
that.
side of the door twice, and his thugs are gonna look at him for a moment, like yeah, and he's gonna look at them and bang the door twice to remind them that's the signal, and they're all gonna draw their clubs and knives, and one of them's gonna
Whose
flintlock.
territory is this, by the way?
Nobody's. This is just controlled by
You're a
shitty local
sharp
gangs
shot, right?
like the locales.
Okay.
Like nobody controls Hightower
class?
Place
Are
in the
you a
way that the
sharp
crows
shot? Are you a
control
sharp
Crow's
shot?
Nest.
Oh. Who here has-
Sharpshooter is an ability.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't
I was
care.
saying, who here can shoot?
No,
I have
no.
a- I
Give
can
me
shoot guns,
2
but I'm no, like,
seconds to
sniper.
do my research before I make this
Give me
bluff.
1 second.
I
So they're
Take all the time?
they're closing in.
They're just standing there, but now they're standing there menacingly. Like they're squaring up for a fight, but they haven't made the first step.
Who's a feared gang that would have territory near here?
The crows.
Yeah, I
the
was
crows
about to
are
say, yeah.
directly adjacent.
Okay, but that being said, with their leader being assassinated and them in disarray, I imagine that their name right now isn't much a threat to anybody.
It still might strike fear in these guys. Your role is going to determine whether it does.
Okay. No, feel free to rob us or take whatever you want. I just, it seems unwise to me to be on bad footing with the crows.
And as you say that name, let's see what expression his face twists into. What are you rolling for this?
God, sway?
Sway makes a lot of sense in the way that you were saying it. You're persuasive, like, yeah, you can rob us, but it wouldn't be in your best interest to be hanging upside down, gutted from a rafter in a crow's nest, right? Like, let's talk about incentives here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay,
Can I use my foresight ability to
that was me flashing back. That was a
to give
disgusting
him
noise.
an assist? And the way that I'm going to do this is that earlier on in our preparation stage, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, I placed a sigil on each of the goat's neckties that is the crow symbol.
Ooh, okay. Yes, I love that. Now, if the crows find out about that, they may be a little annoyed that you're encroaching on their brand. But they have bigger things to worry about right now. So unless this gets very out
It
of
was
control...
the rental people.
That's what I was thinking, is it just came from the rental people. So I kind of look at him and go, and I point over to the sigil.
Oh, maybe you rented the goats from the crows and they have the brand of the
Yes,
crows
exactly.
on them.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
And I point over to the crows, and I just look at him steely-eyed and say, you really, really don't want to mess with us, my friend.
You are using your foresight ability. You now get an extra die.
Okay,
How many
so-
dice are you working with right now?
3d6.
I have 2 in sway,
So you have 3 now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of a devil's bargain. But I don't think you really need one right now, and I can't think of anything super interesting. So
Okay.
roll your 3 dice, and hopefully you get.
Come on, buddy.
Great.
Whoa!
Six.
So things go well, okay, and Oh, I should have asked you if you wanted to trade position for effect. But I'm going to say that was standard position, or risky position, standard effect. So they're going to back off a little bit, and they're going to say, whoa, you guys are working for the Crows.
What's it to you?
The Crows are intruding on our territory right now. I thought they said we were free to operate here.
We're just passing through.
I don't recognize any of you. Are they recruiting again?
Not exactly. We're a third party
Affiliates.
affiliates, yes.
And this guy's not 100% sure he wants to mess with you. I'm going to say that he's going to say, all right, boys, let him through. And the locales are going to peel off, but they're still going to keep tabs on you. Like, they're going to follow from a distance because they haven't been fully scared off, and they still want whatever's in that wealthy-looking caravan.
I look to the one who has been talking the whole time.
Hold on. I have mesmerism,
Yes.
which if
It means that they forget you swayed them, doesn't it?
which would that then mean that they forgot that they were?
They just leave us alone.
So I'm going to say that will fully negate the fact that you're using, like, the Crows aren't going to be annoyed that you have lied about being them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that, yeah, they're not going to remember as soon as you get out of their line of sight. And so they will not recall and tell the Crows that you're intruding on their brand.
Okay.
So, all right, they're still tailing you for now, though. But yeah,
Gotcha.
that will no longer be an issue.
Before we start going again, I look to the one who looks to be in charge, and is he close enough for me to like pat him on the shoulder?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of like pat him on the shoulder and say, "We'll be out of your hair in no time, my friend."
I look forward to it.
And-
Fucking Muppet.
I think we all do.
And we head out.
All right, and the carriage is going to continue along the way. Now, I'm going to add a clock. Are you all familiar with what a clock is?
Oh
Yes.
boy!
Yes.
Very vaguely.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to fill in the first slice just by virtue of how long you guys have been on the road. This is the window of opportunity. All right? It took you a little bit of time to make these guns to order, and obviously the billhooks are going to be moving in on South Commerce Avenue soon. So I'm going to say that if you don't get these guns there in time, the billhooks have already moved in and are beginning to sink their
The
teeth into
dice
South
cam.
The
Commerce.
dice cam is still on.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just turn it off now. Okay. The DM cam is semi-redundant, I think, because I'm on that one too.
Yeah,
Um,
you can usually see the
Should we lower the cam so that we can
Oh,
see
no,
them?
you can't see the clocks from the DM cam. I have an overlay for clocks here on the screen that I've
Oh,
just
okay.
Oh yeah, cool.
so-
So this is only for us.
Yeah, that's only for you guys. Yeah,
Okay.
don't worry about that. So, all right, I've ticked the first of 8, clock A representing the window of opportunity shutting. Okay. Now, the carriage is going to continue driving along, and now it's worth noting that there are 2 ways to get through High Water Place. There's Upper High Water Avenue, which is like most of the streets, like Brook Street, eventually merge onto High Water Avenue, which is like, like 100 years ago when the place was getting super crowded, a city planner was like, this sucks. I've been assigned to fix traffic in High Water Place. I'm just going to build one big road that cuts through the center and merge these little shitty roads onto it, right? Another lane will solve the traffic problems.
So, high water way, if you will.
High Water Way. Yeah, we've got High Water Way, Upper High Water Way that cuts through most of the district. It's this busy road that most people traveling through the neighborhood travel through. Or you can stick to these smaller but more dangerous routes along the way. Where do you think that you want to go? Main road or littler roads?
I think the main road might be easiest to navigate.
Might be the
especially with
easiest,
people
also
tailing us.
probably the highest risk.
The main road?
I think.
Well, we've
maybe.
already made our engagement roll.
You have, yes.
We have.
I'm assuming it's a crowded road.
Now that we've gotten through the
Yeah, so
is
we
this-
can blend in pretty easily.
Are we still going to be in the gang territory?
Everywhere is claimed by someone.
Okay.
But like
Are we
you're in Crowsfoot. There is nowhere you will be able to go that doesn't have some criminal element thinking they own it. But High Water Place, there tends to be a bigger police presence and less of a gang presence.
That was my thinking. Is we're more likely to get encountered by blue coats than we are by gang members.
That is accurate.
Is that a
Okay,
good thing,
um,
though?
What if we just?
That is true.
Hear me out. Take off the masks. Take off the banner. Cover up the.
That was my-
No.
And try
I
not
gave you
to-
the extra
Yeah,
roll
we have
because.
to-
Oh
of
yeah,
the
you're right.
roles.
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Do we want to keep it bold then? I don't know.
I think
I say
keep the
actually we
banner
go-
and avoid
I feel like the
the
main route's pretty ballsy then if we're gonna encounter.
Then let's.
blue coats.
I say we go on the bottom route and
we
then.
remind me. We left our weapons out in the open too, right?
Wolf Alpha, this is Blades in the Dark. It is my favorite system. You were saying?
We agreed for the. Why can't I think of what it's called now?
The weapons?
The initial roll that
The
we were
engagement
leaving the
roll.
weapons out. The engagement roll.
Yeah, so you can't remove that banner or undisplay the weapons.
I say we go on the
Okay.
bottom
Because
streets
you
then.
you are
Bottom
being
streets is
bold. You have told me that you are being bold, and that is now encoded through. the
Also,
engagement
I've
roll.
set something up, so if we want
Can we go bolder in the middle of the session for more benefit, or
That's called trading position for effect. Yes, and you can do it. At
do we
any
want to
time.
trade position for effect, gentlemen?
I think it's smarter to just
I think
go for
it-
the bottom routes.
Go for the bottom route, and if we encounter any gangs, then we can make an example.
Because we're not going to be able to scare off blue coats.
Yeah.
That'll end up in a shootout.
But this place...
We're not aware of Scotland yet, are we?
You've heard of it. They just fought
No,
a big
no,
war.
no. I mean, like that they want to make a deal with us.
Oh, the Tsarists?
Yeah.
No, that has not happened yet.
Okay, well, never mind.
Although you're arms dealers, they probably would have sent feelers out. By now.
yeah,
So
I-
you would probably have a vague idea that the Scotland Tsarist army would like to purchase guns from you. By the way, that's
Doesn't.
another player.
Do we
group
wanna
of
make a good
terrorists
impression
that
on them?
buy guns from them.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by
what
that?
do you
Elaborate.
mean by that?
By sticking it to the blue coats?
I don't think we are.
Do they hate a lot?
We
I'm
actually,
not mistaken.
actually, the blue coats already hate us. It's
Yeah.
Blue coats are at
probably-
-2 with you.
Let's not. If we can avoid interacting with the blue coats, then let's avoid interacting with.
Fine,
the
fine.
blue
We'll
coats.
go under.
Let's go under.
Okay, so you're taking the lower, more crowded.
I was feeling a little
routes.
interesting, but that's
All
fine.
right. So you guys are going
like
to be
living.
walking through
Me
these lower
personally.
routes here, down into the city. You know, you're going from Upper Brook Street down to Lower because, or Mid Brook Street down to Lower because Upper Brook and Mid Brook are both going to merge onto the one super road here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that you guys are becoming kind of lost in the labyrinth of Hightower Place.
Can I go ahead and cut a load for a map of the entire area here?
I'll say yes. I'm going to say you have a fine quality map that you can use to navigate.
Okay.
Go ahead, take a load.
I'm just gonna do that for blueprints.
Where is
Yes,
Lou
that makes
on
Or
sense.
can I do it for documents instead?
Either way.
Oh, I
I'll do
see.
it for documents.
Okay, so you guys have now have fine quality documents. You're still lost, but now you have a map that you can use to help you navigate. So it's going to give you an extra die for whatever roll you're going to make.
Cool.
So okay, you're sitting there in shotgun. You're sort of weaving your way in and out of all these clustered streets that intersect each other, going up and down and over and under, loop to loop, and you're a little you're a little lost. And so what's the plan here?
Don't tell me that you got us lost.
We're not lost. Just figuring out where we are.
Oh yeah, just a simple little detour.
Yeah. We're avoiding blue coats.
It's the scenic route.
He says.
I take a look
fish-
around.
fishy
Are
says
there
that.
are there any distinctive things I can see to maybe give me an indication of the area we're in?
Would you like to roll something?
I'll give him the map.
Yeah, you now have the map.
Study?
Study?
Perhaps?
Could also be survey.
I don't
guess
have any survey,
actually
that's why I'm...
there is a way that you could justify using study to me right now. Although survey is the skill that this is more attuned to, but if you can give me a proper-
My thought is that perhaps maybe there's some iconography or something, or maybe perhaps the way that the buildings are constructed, the architecture.
I think
that
there's a
I
way
might-
easier thing you could study right now for
Mhm.
this.
There's just the map. Where
Yeah, you can
right
study the
there.
map.
Really?
Yeah,
If we're
I'll let
lost
you
on the
roll
map.
study.
I just okay.
I will give you standard controlled right now. You're in a controlled position. You can't really
Okay.
be hurt, but I will allow you to, if you want. You're like, hey, get us to higher ground so I can get a better look at the district. Make yourselves more visible. Put yourself in a risky position, but go to great effect. Have a real good idea of the places.
I'm
laid
willing
out.
to do that.
He's trading position
I'm
for
trading
effect.
position.
I love it. I love seeing
This is
it.
where
Let
we
me
don't
activate
roll the
dice
six.
cam.
Okay, so
Dice cam is active.
now I have 2 in study, so I rolled 2 dice.
Yep, you are a great effect
Three.
standard
Wait,
position.
can I
3 because you have a
help?
fine quality map.
Okay.
Wait.
Hold on, stop! No roll!
Oh, no roll.
Alright, I called no roll, we're fine.
Okay, my bad.
Can I help?
Yes.
Since I'm also in the back and like sitting right next to him.
So you're like pointing out, like, hey, go here, go here,
Yeah.
go here. Alright, take a stress, add a 4th die. You're now rolling 4 dice.
4 dice. Okay.
God damn.
Give me, I'm praying for 4 ones right now.
I take 1 stress.
This is gonna
That
be
would
so
not be
funny. Oh my.
Oh, not a
3
single
fives?
6!
3 5s.
But
3
3
fives.
fives.
3 5s. Alright. So you have a real good idea of the district now, but
Okay.
you were in a risky position. I'm going to say that it took you a lot of time to study that map. And I'm
Okay.
going to fill in 2 slices on the window of opportunity closer.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, now, you guys are navigating your way through High Tower, or is it High Water or High Tower?
High water.
High
Damn.
water.
High Water
3
Place.
fives.
Yeah, High Tower's a tier
Yeah.
2
Don't forget
map.
to update your clock.
Okay. Ah, my clock.
Clock is gone.
Nice clock. Okay.
Nice clock.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice
Oh.
clock.
Nice clock.
Okay.
Theater.
So the clock has been updated. You are 3/8 of the way to missing the window of opportunity on this. Your carriage is weaving its way through Highwater Place on the lower, grimier streets. You're passing by a sort of laundry district. You know, there's like 4 laundromats that are next to each other with big clotheslines stretching over you. And you're going to have to, you in the driver's seats are going to have to duck a couple times as a wet shirt is going to like slap the back of the carriage as you're driving below this just packed area of clotheslines here. And you're going to notice 2 streets merging together. And you're going to see on the, there's occasional gaps in the building, and as the 2 streets are approaching, you're going to see through the gaps an armored, not fully armored, but armored goat-drawn carriage that's looking like it's about to merge onto the same street as you. You are going to see that it has been given a diagonal red stripe down the side. And you're going to note 2 men wearing Eruvian robes with a red sash over them, driving
boy.
shotgun on this carriage. One of them with a blunderbuss.
I'm going to go
how
in the back.
well-
Notably,
on what
you're
terms
noting that
are we-
there is a steel
Minus-
ammo crate on
minus
top of the carriage.
1.
It
Minus
looks
1
like
for
these guys are
Yeah.
running guns.
I look at you
We're-
like
we're-
after you say
I'm going to go in the back.
he kind of I nod. I slow down our carriage so that we're gonna give them plenty of room to get in front of us.
Okay, so you're letting the red sashes who are running these guns getting in front of you.
Shit.
What
Is
are,
that smart?
What are they doing?
We
What does that
can't.
mean?
You see an ammo crate with a couple bullets peeking out, like more ammo than you would expect if they're just going to fight. They're transporting ammunition.
They're
somewhere.
probably taking the same job we are.
Oh,
The carriages have wood wheels, right? Like all of them do.
I'm going to say that these guys are made of wood, but we'll say they're
Do we not
plated
like
with
the
some
red
stronger
sashes?
tires.
No, we don't. They
But
don't
the
make
wheels
us-
are a weak point in the
But
carriage.
the goats
I have
aren't
a
plated,
question.
are they?
The goats are not plated. I'm going to say they probably have like a helmet around them because it's just a lightly armored
Can I
carriage.
flashback?
Yes, you
oh.
I would like to have prepped Molotovs.
can. You can just take a load. You don't even need to flash back.
Okay, where's it on my sheet?
I think it would.
Who here's the stealthy? Anyone?
Please tell
I'm going
me.
to call it
That's
an
you,
unusual
gamer.
weapon.
Okay.
No, I'm not stealthy.
Alrighty.
What's the stealthiest?
So you have a Molotov.
My thinking
Oh,
is
wow.
that
We're not.
Aren't you proud?
All right, we're escalating.
Hold on. Okay.
I've won-
Weebly says
Alright.
yay murder.
yay murder.
Alrighty.
This is why I
alrighty.
love Weebly.
Weebly, such a gentleman. God, why can't I think of your?
Here's a second
Oh, we're up to
question.
My name now.
Is the
Yeah.
Can I tell if the
Everett.
ammunition
Everett.
is like explosive?
You
Yes.
can't see it right now.
Move us ahead.
Goats are
Move us
the
ahead.
ones
Push us
that are
forward. Get in front of them.
Yeah.
All right. We are racing in front of them.
The goats are gonna pull ahead, and the red sashes are going to see you, and he's gonna call to his friend in Eruvian, and they're gonna, like, Gah! Rein into their horses, and you guys are now going to be racing to
I
get
like
to
the
the front of this
Molotov.
road first. All right, while you're lighting the Molotov, you're driving the carriage?
I am driving the carriage.
What are you rolling to get these goats ahead of their goats?
Consort.
Yeah, I was about to say consort.
Hey.
Maybe
I
prowl?
think, huh?
Actually, what do you have?
No, I don't.
What are you good in?
Typically,
I'm
the
great
skill
in
used for
study,
driving
survey,
is
and
finesse.
consort. I think when it comes to him driving like goats and stuff, he's more so of the. He's not like a horse rider. He's more of like a. What's the word?
Hear me out.
I'd like to use consort.
Okay, so you're using consort to goat whisper, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Now I'm going to give you risky position, but I'm only going to give you limited effect. All right, because these are goats. These aren't people. But remember, you can always trade position for effect.
Okay, maybe not. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll give you a second.
Can I flashback?
Yes, we're back into the planning room, into the smoky basement of Clyde's obscurities as you hover over a map.
Take 3 hours to really get to know these goats. I give them like apples. I really become their friends. I want them to trust me implicitly.
Fuck yeah, take a stress. Standard position, risky position.
All right,
standard effect.
motherfuckers.
Would you like
Does
to
anyone
trade-
want to help me?
Would you like to trade position for great effect? I'll say not only are you racing ahead, but they're in prime Molotov position.
Do it.
It'll
Please.
be a free help action.
Please
on
do
whatever
it. You
he's
got
gonna
it.
do.
You got it. Do it.
All right, motherfuckers.
Trade position. Let's go. All in.
All right.
All right,
I only got 2 dice
So
here.
you
Does
are now
anyone wanna
going
help
to
me?
great position.
I don't
You're
think I
going to
can.
great effect, desperate position, and when you make a desperate roll, you get an experience.
I think the only one in position
so
to
you're
help you
making
is John.
consort. So
Yeah.
fill in a resolve XP.
Where did my dice? Oh, there it is. Resolve.
Yeah.
So I just.
So you're now a sixth of the way to getting a resolve because you're making
John,
a desperate
are you
roll.
gonna try and
Dice
help?
cam is
Yeah,
currently
I'll help
active.
back.
You'll help?
Perfect
Yeah, I'll help back
Molotov
up.
position.
Where's stress? Okay.
All right, so
there
you're
it is.
now goat whispering, and if you're going to be able to get these goats riled up if you're going to do this successfully. But if you don't, they might get confused or angry or trip over themselves, or you might drive
All
them
right,
too hard and
motherfuckers.
a wheel might break.
All right,
you're
here we
in a
go.
good
John
position.
is helping.
I'm held back.
Wait,
Taking
how are you
extra dice.
helping? You're currently. Didn't you climb into the back?
Aren't you good at sway? No, you. Okay.
Could I spook the goats to make them move a bit faster?
What about spook their goats?
How?
Could I have a unique weapon, an unusual weapon?
Okay.
This weapon is an intimidation weapon. It's just a fuck ton of gunpowder and a gun with no bullets.
Your
So it's a
firecrackers?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a fire. You've got like a firecracker popper.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
like
take
a
it.
flare gun.
Tick that box. Take a stress. You may now add an extra die. It's worth noting.
One extra die?
So you're currently rolling at 3. Why are you rolling at 3? Oh, 2 for consort. 1
Two
because he's helping you.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to accept a devil's bargain?
What's that?
A devil's bargain means I or somebody else suggests something bad that's going to happen, regardless of whether you succeed or fail. But you get an extra die. Can any of you think of something?
I dropped the Molotov in our cart.
Okay,
No,
hold on
no.
a
Oh,
second.
hold on! I'm telling you! I'm not taking that.
Guns.
The bargain is you sneeze and chuck it into the ground.
Wait,
I have a better
guys.
one. One of our goats trips.
No, wait. That's
No,
That's what
terrible.
you're trying to avoid.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
That's if you
Oh,
fail, what's
okay.
happening.
No, I don't want to take the devil's bargain.
yeah, I
let's,
was gonna
let's
say,
just, all right.
No, it's worth noting. Remember that on anything other than a 6, something terribly bad is going to happen. So you need at least 1 6. Now you're going to do
Wait,
it.
hold on. I have a thing. Oh my god, wait. No, I'm not going to pull it out. I'm not going to pull it
All right,
out.
now you need at least 1 6 on these dice, or something catastrophic happens. But you do what you want. Like the catastrophic
50%
thing.
chance.
The catastrophic
It's
thing.
a 4 or 5. Is it
Yeah,
a 4 or 5?
A 4
enemy?
or 5.
Okay, yeah, that's actually
But remember,
pretty good.
even with a 4 or 5, a bad thing's going to happen.
Okay.
But the bad thing can't be that your goat's trip or a wheel breaks, because that negates what you did by doing the roll. I
Okay.
can't fuck you over like that. The bad thing can't cancel out the good thing.
Okay, we'll do one roll at a time.
Go ahead.
That's a 3.
I'm not liking this.
That's a 5.
Guys.
That's a 1.
Guys.
Oh no! Give me a 6. Oh no! That you only had 3 dice.
Yeah.
What would have happened if you had taken the devil's bargain? Let's see. Do a roll for me.
Please, if it wins, I'm done.
No,
it's
4.
Okay. So. a
But anyway,
5.
it's a 5.
I'm gonna say that you are. Yeah. The goats are driving ahead. Okay. And what's a desperate bad? Oh, I know what a desperate bad thing to happen is. You're like driving the goats, and one of them is getting like a little stressed, and you like lean in over, and you're like, hey, Bessie, hey, Bessie.
buddy.
And Bessie is going to like look back and in terror kick you in the jaw as hard as she can. I'm gonna give you a level 3 injury, shattered skull. Would you like to resist that?
What do you mean?
Now, remember how I said I don't make a
Yes,
single
you
roll in
want to
this
resist
game?
that.
I don't get to roll when a bad thing happens to you. So if an enemy's shooting at you, I don't say they roll to shoot you. I say they shoot you in the chest, and you can tell me to fuck off and that you're going to resist that roll. So downgrade the bad thing to a less bad thing at the cost of some stress.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Now, to determine how many dice you get for this, this is a prowess resist roll. And you have 0 dice in prowess. You take the first column here, and that's how many dice you have. So you're rolling 2, taking the lower, and you're losing 6 minus the lowest dice stress. 2 6s would be insane right now. Dice cam is still on. Go ahead and make the resist roll.
I think I just lose these. I think I just take the injury.
A level
Do
3
you want
injury
these
is
dice?
debilitating at this stage.
You need to roll at the very least.
Yeah, you need to roll something.
I need to roll. I need to figure out. I'm
You
trying
just
to
do it, honestly.
I mean, I don't know if it's strictly within the rules for me to give you a devil's bargain right now, but I'd be willing to do it.
I'm trying to figure out if I can think of something that.
Devil's bargain is if he fails, he falls off the cart.
Can we help him with this check?
No, I don't think you can help
Okay.
with the
Yeah,
resist
it's an
roll.
injury check.
Falls off the cart, devil's bargain.
That feels worse. Because the devil's bargain happens regardless of whether you succeed or fail.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say...
Okay. Here's a thought.
He's
Okay.
not driving anymore.
Devil's bargain, the bill hooks are moving ahead of schedule, and I'm going to fill in a slice on their... clock.
Here was a thought. So instead of getting hit by the fucking goat, maybe I just straight up in order to dodge it, I just have to jump off the cart or something, and I have to catch up with you guys later on. So I take no injury, but I'm out
No.
of the fray.
I don't like separating the party that early. That's
Okay.
going to be a drag on
Yeah,
the
just
pace,
how about
I
the cart
think.
slows down then?
I'm gonna. Well, no, but remember, the point of this roll was getting ahead of the red sashes.
Right.
Like the bad thing can't negate that. I'll offer you a devil's bargain that the bill hooks are ahead of schedule, and I'm gonna fill in one slice.
Okay.
I think
What
that's the
if-
way to go.
Yeah, here's another thing.
Okay.
Instead of using prowess to dodge it, could I use insight to see that he's about to get spooked and try to move out of the way before?
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I know these goats. I did that thing before. I know when they look like they're about to get spooked, and so I'm like, oh shit, and I like move out of the way.
Okay. I could see that being insight or resolve. It doesn't make a difference. I will allow you to make a resolve resistance roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take it. So you're anticipating, instead of just tanking the blow, you're
I'm
dodging.
anticipating and moving out
and
of the way.
downgrading it to like a grazing blow.
Yeah.
Get out.
What do I
Okay.
need here?
This is just how much stress you lose. So just higher's better.
Oh shit.
No roll.
Nice one.
Dice cam is active.
1, 4.
4.
So you're losing 2 stress. And I'm going to downgrade it from a level 3 injury, shattered skull, to a level 1 injury, bruised jaw.
Okay, cool. Oh, fucking hell!
And
Where do I put
How's
that down?
Molotov position looking?
yeah, the Molotov position is looking great because that was a great effect roll. You've skirted ahead of the red sashes, and the 2 drivers in the carriage are barking at you, shouting, "Hey, get off the road! Get off the road!"
I'm gonna throw it at their goats.
You're throwing it where?
At their goats.
Okay.
Fireball.
Now, I am going to give you. I'm going to say because you're in good Molotov position, controlled position,
Okay.
standard effect. Would you like to downgrade to risky position, great effect?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay, this is going. What are you announcing to me that you're rolling for this?
Here.
Actually, I have not set
Yeah,
position
so
in
it's
effect
a-
yet because you
it's
need to give me a
level
die.
1
Okay.
You're right.
Pretty sure.
God, I'm trying to think. What would it be?
How do you roll attacks? Is it?
Skirmishes typically
Okay,
is what the
gotcha.
typical roll would be. I could also
Okay.
see rec working for this.
If I have nothing in skirmish or wreck, what am I rolling?
Rolling 2 and taking the lower. But you
Okay.
can always push yourself.
Yeah, take a stress or 2 stress.
Oh wait, no, I'm not going to say that this affects position or effect. I said that was a free help action, so
Yeah.
you get +1 die to this roll.
Okay,
so that
so just-
position and effect are not affected.
Then just 1 die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
I'll-
plus anything else?
Alternative.
I have nothing in skirmish or
Hear me
wreck.
out. You let me throw it.
Oh, good point.
I can. Yeah, true. I could
I
hand it
have a
off.
skirmish.
all right.
Here, I'll just pass it to you.
Do I get
Take
the-
You get a
this.
second die as well.
All right.
You have 2 dice. I'm going to currently say that you are in standard risky. Would you like to downgrade to a desperate position for great effect?
No.
Good experience for desperate rolls.
Listen, I don't want another grenade dropped in the middle of the party thing.
Done and done. Yeah, that's fair. All right, make the roll. Give me a 6.
That's a 4.
4.
Oh, no roll.
You
That
missed.
would've
Reroll,
rolled.
reroll.
Okay,
Reroll.
okay. 4.
Wait.
Wait,
Fine, move
wait,
on.
wait.
Give me the.
Are they both 4s?
Yeah, they
stop
were
rolling
both
them
fours.
one
And then
at
you
a
get
time.
1 more or 2 more? Oh, wait.
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Damn.
So you succeed, but a bad thing is going to happen. And the bad thing, what is a bad thing that can happen?
There was a suggestion in chat that since the red sashes have gunpowder, something explodes.
That would have been for great effect.
Oh no, I was saying that could affect us badly.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm
it
gonna say,
It's like we get hit with shrapnel, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we lose a goat or something.
Yeah, it was
Or
fun.
perhaps a little bit of the fire.
I'm going to say that some of the fire is going to catch onto the carriage, burn off one of the doors, make the carriage more noticeable and now damaged. That'll be
gonna
your
pay for
consequence.
What happened?
And it's going to burn one of the
carriage
red
got
sash's
damaged.
goats,
Ah.
and some of the flame is going to like kick back and incinerate, like light the dude driving shotgun on fire. And he's going to be like clawing at the flame, screaming, and he's going to fall out from the front and get run over by the carriage and crushed.
I feel
God.
like part of like our wheel
That was an Indiana
just,
Jones.
just gonna get like start rolling like weirdly,
Whoopsies.
and I like call back. What the fuck is going on back there?
Don't worry, keep driving.
We're playing catch.
Fucking hell!
And now at this, one of the armored carriage doors is going to open, and you're gonna
Shit!
You're gonna get a glance inside. As just for a split second, you're going to recognize the lieutenant of the Red Sashes.
Oh,
Sebek,
fuck.
is going to peek outside with his big mustache and his flowing black hair, and he's going to see who he's dealing with. Pull back in. You're going to hear him bark an order, and a hound is going to climb out, position himself behind the ammo crate, and chamber a shot in cover.
Consider this this, we're missing a door on the back of the
Hold on.
carriage. I also.
Yeah, you can lean out. We'll say that you're missing the same side door as he came out, so he's on top
It's
of
a
the
sniper
carriage.
battle.
You're at the side of the carriage, and you're just going to start popping shots.
The red
off against each other.
sashes hate the blue coats, right?
The red sashes hate the blue coats, and more particularly, the
Flashback.
flashbacks.
Oh shit.
I want to prep a phony blue coat ID, like a badge.
Now, it's worth noting that red sashes in gang warfare in territory the blue coats don't control would not be afraid to kill the blue coats.
Right, but they're about to kill us anyway. So my thought is, he's prepping his rifle, isn't he?
He's currently mounted and ready.
Okay, so my thought is, if they're gonna fight us anyways, to get some flack off of us later, I'm going to feign being undercover blue coats.
What?
We are.
Yeah, so they'll blame the blue coats later
Okay.
instead of being on bad terms with them.
Oh.
For what we just did.
We are advertising right now.
We are advertising.
You are. Yeah, that does not gel with the rest. So I don't think that would do anything.
Damn, okay, never mind that.
I mean, they could be undercover cops.
You never know.
Here's the thing: we aren't big enough to.
But then we have the
warrant
reputation
that.
of being undercover cops.
And
though.
that's not.
Oh,
what we
yeah, that
want.
would be actually pretty bad.
That's
Oh, okay,
terrible.
well, never mind then.
So
Yeah.
okay, you're taking a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take a shot. So I'm going to say, because I don't make any rolls, I'm going to say he shoots you first. You're going to take a level 2 injury, gunshot wound. Would you like to resist that or tank it?
Yes, I would.
Go ahead and roll prowess to resist.
Prowess. How do I roll prowess? Do
What
I
is
roll the
Sebek?
total
It's-
dice?
No. You roll
Wait,
on
wait.
this
Two here,
column, so
yes,
you have
the
2 to
total
prowess
roll.
right now.
Okay.
No,
So
no,
you have
no.
3
I need to.
James,
I
who
need
is
to get some
Sebek?
fucking prowess.
Is this a reoccurring character?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Sorry.
6.
Double 6, you lose 0 stress.
All
You're going to
right.
take a level 1 wound glancing blow as the bullet's going to scatter some blood and flesh off of your left shoulder. Oh yeah, Sebek has appeared in sessions before, yeah.
Okay, the
People
chat is
generally
saying they
don't
hate
like
him. Yeah.
Sebek is.
Yeah.
He tried to bribe the Scotlanders into betraying the Lamb.
Is this Sebek?
Or are we fucked?
No,
Okay.
this is his sniper.
Yeah, they
Sebek
had
just
a
barked an
meeting.
order to this guy.
Okay.
The guy mounted at the top here behind fires at you, just hits your shoulder. Blood's gonna spray into the carriage, and you're gonna get a little bit onto Marchand.
We still have more Molotovs, right?
You can take another load, yeah.
Oh, okay, why not?
Do I have to roll something?
If you want to
to
take
keep
the
them
2
back?
for demolition tools, I'll give you 3 Molotovs.
Hold on. Do you have any
Hold on,
prowess?
hold on.
Yeah. 2.
Okay. Yeah. You're in the back right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're shooting the thingy. You can throw another Molotov.
Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll
It's
take the
not
2
prowess
ticks
for
to
Molotov,
demolition.
is it? Or
Yes,
is it?
I think.
It's not. Prowess is not a skill.
Prowess is a whole
Oh.
stat. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
bad.
so you've taken the stress, and now you're taking a shot.
I thought I didn't take any stress because I rolled a
I'm
6.
sorry, you could have taken stress, but you didn't. You
Right.
resisted a roll, and now you have an opportunity to shoot this guy.
Right.
Okay, what I'm going to give you, he's in cover, and you are also in cover.
Hunt.
I'm going to give you controlled position limited effect. You
Okay.
can take yourself out of cover to try and find a part of him that's also not in cover to upgrade to standard effect risky position if you would like. Or you can further expose yourself, climb up to the top, and fully get out of cover to take an angled shot at him for great effect, desperate position.
And desperate position means no matter what, something bad happens.
That's a devil's bargain. Desperate position means if you get anything but a 6, something real bad happens, but if it's great, you're hitting him real hard.
Okay.
And you also get an experience point for it.
And
I
that
feel
would
like
give
we
me
are in a
2
bit of a
extra
hard
dice?
bargain right now.
No. All position and effect determines is how good you're doing the thing and how bad things could go if you fail to do the thing.
Okay, so I'd still be rolling.
You're still rolling the same dice. I can also offer you a devil's bargain.
And what would the devil's bargain be?
The devil's bargain is that the billcoats have heard that somebody's trying to deal arms to their intimidees, and it will be waiting for you when you get there.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
I say
think
just
I'd
take
have
the
to
shot. Just
pass.
take a normal shot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take.
I'll back you up in
All
a
right, go ahead and
second.
roll 2 dice. You're going to want at least. Oh, are you a hound?
Yeah.
You have a fine hunting rifle.
Yeah.
That means you get an extra die.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
So I'm
James,
assuming you have 2 in hunt, right?
Mhm.
Yes, you get 3 dice here.
Is there anything I might know about the red sashes that I could say
They're
using
Eruvian sword
consort
fighters
or
who-
sway that would perhaps just like be a bit of a shocker to make him lower his guard a little bit?
So these guys deal real big with honor. Like, they see themselves as honorable, like, Eruvian knights and bladesmen, scholars of the art of sword, right? They are very full of themselves.
I'm going to shout at the one Aspen's aiming at, something along the lines of, how could a coward like you ever expect to put us down?
Now, so you're insulting his honor.
Yes.
You're unleashing a string of insults onto this guy.
Yes.
I'm going to qualify this as a team protect roll,
Okay.
meaning that instead of you being shot, the negative penalty is he's shooting you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh
Ready?
no. I was kind of wanting to climb up on the roof, and now I don't want to.
Hey, this is on Marchand.
That is true.
Take the shot.
He's giving you clearance to take the shot. You want to climb up?
Yeah.
All right, so Marchand, you're hanging out of the broken door like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking?
And do I get any sort of bonus from that?
The bonus is you're not getting shot.
Okay.
So
okay.
even if you hit this guy and he also hits you, like if you get a 4 or 5 and you hit each other, that bullet ain't
Come on,
going into
2
you.
sixes,
It's
2
going into
sixes, 2
Marchand, and you're
2
ready to
sixes.
take another shot. 2 threes.
5, a 3, and a 3.
All right,
Can I flash
Marchand's
back real
getting
quick?
shot, but so is he. So okay, it's like, you motherfucker. You know, like your carriage sucks. Your sash is dirty. You know.
Can I flash back to have equipped some armor?
You can tick load. You can tick load for armor. Yeah.
Okay. Then where do I? I just
so-
don't know like if I'm allowed to do that in the middle.
Armor
or if
is
I
here,
flash
so
back.
you tick 2 boxes. If you want heavy armor, you tick a total of 5. But right now, you're just ticking 2.
Okay. So then
Tick those 2 load. Oh shit! How much load did you all bring? We forgot to do that.
I don't. Yeah.
Normal,
oh.
heavy, or light. Light load means you look unsuspicious. Normal load means you look a little suspicious.
I'd say normal.
Normal.
For me.
Normal. Everyone's taking normal. Okay,
Yeah, I'll take
great.
normal.
Yeah, that was on me for not asking. Okay, so you can basically tick the armor to resist this without having to roll to resist it. Basically.
Oh, okay. Bet. Then
So,
yeah, I'll take 2 armor.
Go ahead and tick your armor box.
Yep.
Which is right here.
Oh, okay.
So you've used that armor, and instead of taking, this was a desperate roll. So instead of taking a level 4 injury, gunshot wounds to the head,
Oh, God.
you're going to be taking a level 2 injury, lodged bullet, and because you've resisted it for free with your armor, so you have
Okay.
a level 2 injury, lodged bullet.
Could I try to use maybe prowl to duck a little bit to mitigate it to a level 1 injury?
I'll allow you to resist it again to mitigate it to a level 1 injury. and
Okay, I'd
roll
like to
prowess.
resist then.
All right, go ahead and roll prowess.
Okay. How do I roll prowess?
You get
You
a
have
one.
1 die in prowess, so you're losing
Okay.
6 minus this die stress.
Oh shit.
No,
Oopsies.
that doesn't
Yeah.
count. 4.
You're losing 2 stress and taking a level 1 injury. I don't want to say glancing blow again. I'm going to say the bullet's going to pierce into the armor, but not all the way, and you're just going to get a bruise. So
Okay.
take level 1 injury bruise.
Level 1 injury bruise. Where do I write that?
It's here,
It's
right?
below stress.
We are at 13 viewers right now.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
directly below
Holy
stress
shit.
So
on the 1.
right here. Okay.
All right,
We're famous.
You're famous. So, okay, here's what's going to happen. It's like, you know, you sword fight. You sword fight like a drunken char hollow, right? You know, you're just howling insults
Your
at this
mom
guy.
smells like elderberries.
Right, your mother smells of elderberries, right? Your father was a hamster, and he's gonna say, "Oh, fuck this guy," and is going to stand up, put one leg on the ammo crate, and fire a shot off into Marchand. Then realize what he just did, and for a split second, his eyes are gonna glance over to you, and your musket ball is going to enter the front of his skull and just blow out the back of his head along with brain matter. And his body is going to stand there shaking for a moment before he collapses to his knees and rolls off the side of the carriage. And you're going to hear Sebek shout what roughly translates to the word fuck from the carriage.
All right. I'm gonna look back and say, "What the fuck happened?" I'm in.
Two less problems.
Is Sabak back there?
No?
Sebek is still alive. Yeah.
Does anyone say yes?
Is anyone telling the slide or the spider?
I smile a bit and say, "How much reputation do you think we'll get if we kill him?" And I look to you and I toss you something. It's a small object. It's about this big, and I say, "Throw it as hard as you can."
All right.
Okay.
What is this object you've passed him? Just so I know what to set
Yeah.
the roll as.
Now here's my question.
Yes.
Do sonic like not sonic grenades, but is there like
A remote detonation?
it's a pressure activated grenade, and the idea is that I'm trying to
An impact grenade.
yes I'm trying to make it hit the side of this thing so hard that it blows out the entire carriage.
What you are describing to me is a rocket-propelled grenade that pierces armor and then detonates after piercing armor.
Well, here's my thing.
That is not a thing that standard arms dealers will have in Akaros, and you would have to design it yourself in downtime. If you want demolition tools, you could have a bundle of dynamite collected to a plunger that
Question.
he's tossing towards the carriage.
This is what I'm
Question.
thinking. Yeah.
What are fine wrecking tools?
That means that they're wrecking tools, like a sledgehammer, but you get an
they're-
extra die. They're
Could
good.
we both take a load? He designs the item, and then I just have it.
That's a downtime thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are arcane implements?
Tell you what, the door's open. right?
We decide that when you need them. It could be things for summoning ghosts. It could be powder for making potions.
Okay, maybe instead of a grenade, it's just some kind of like a bundle of bricks that we just
Up to
throw out the
14.
back, and it just makes the carriage fall completely over on its side.
You're trying to destabilize it with a bundle of cinder blocks?
Maybe.
Throw it under the wheel, maybe. Actually, it could topple them.
Holy fucking shit.
Guys,
Although I think we still want to try to
hold
explode
on.
their
Time out.
carriage.
yeah,
time
they
out,
do
time
have
out.
gunpowder in their thing.
Time out.
The
They
door
do.
is open. right?
It closed. No, the
Oh,
guy
yeah, he
climbed
closed
out
it.
and they shut
Our
it there in
door
the
is
armor.
missing.
Why don't we
Yeah, ours is.
instead slow the carriage down, get behind them? Because I imagine the back of their carriage has to be open or something, right?
Why?
Or- I'm just never
They,
mind.
Did your
it's
goats
like a
survive?
stagecoach with armor plates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
their
thinking
goats
of the
were
wrong
one of their
kind of
goats was
carriage.
burned and it slowed him down.
How
but
many do they have left?
What's the condition of the carriage?
They have 2 injured goats and 2 healthy goats, so they're slower than you, but they're still keeping with you. And there's like a
Could I-
firefight.
Question.
Shoot the goats?
Yeah, you can target the goats.
You said that it's a labyrinth of pipes and stuff and buildings all around.
Yes.
If I had wrecking tools, could I bring a building or a pipe down on their cart?
If you want to flash back to loosening a pipe or blowing up a support structure such that now all you need to do is toss a rock at it and it's coming down,
The
I'll
burst
give
pipe
you a
was
2-stress
foreshadowing.
flashback for that.
I'll do that.
Or wait, I have a 2 ticket demolitions tools, and I believe I've only used 1.
Yeah, but remember, this has to be happening in the past.
Yeah, can I go ahead
Could
and
we
use
not
the
just
foresight
blow? Can we not
action?
just blow up the pipe
Okay.
now?
I'm going to use my foresight action. I will say that I helped scout out the area with him in order to find this specific pipe that we could use to
And-
bring down an entire structure.
Okay. Let me see. Let me just real quick. Foresight, you can use your score 2 times. So I'll say that this is instead of 1 stress flashback
Okay.
instead of 2. Okay. So you've now done both of your foresight abilities. You guys in advance went back, pouring over your map of the district, and you're like, oh, this is the pipe.
Yes, or like a support beam, and I toss you the small grenade. I'm just throw it at it.
Now, I will let you guys decide how large of a structure you're bringing down. The bigger the structure, the greater the effect, but the more heat, the more chaotic, because your heat is based on how chaotic
I think
the
we just
score
bring down a pipe. A pretty decent size one. But
If we
not-
bring down a
Something
building, we
to
might be able to kill them.
But then we're bringing down someone's building.
went. And that's big.
Right.
What
but
if we scouted
kill,
out the area
if we were
and
to
it's
kill
like
Sedek,
a-
or Sebek?
There's no
It's-
empty buildings.
Well, my thinking is, what if it's a building that is what's the word?
Ooh.
Already kind of
Another
evil
idea.
or something.
The roads are stacked on top of each other, and
Yeah.
we're on the top road.
You're on the bottom road. You're not taking
we're
the
on
high
the
road.
bottom
Yeah,
road?
remember,
Oh,
you're on the
shit.
lower.
We could bring down the
We
top
could-
road.
yeah.
We could
Exactly.
do that. That would just.
That
be
would probably give us a lot
That
of
probably
heat, but
wouldn't
it would
kill
definitely
anyone
kill
we
them.
don't
That
want
probably.
to.
I mean, it.
Bringing down a road on a leveled. You're overestimating how well engineered this place is. That's a load-bearing street lamp type of shit. This place is poorly designed. What I'm asking is, how much are you willing to destroy of this caravan in exchange for chaos?
I kind of want to create chaos. I think that'd be fun.
I want to kill everybody.
Here's the
on
thing:
board.
if we can make this loud, we can make this awesome. Then we get reputation from killing Sabak.
You might not kill Sebek. It's an armored caravan. Because remember,
very least-
lieutenants are basically scoundrels, right?
Yeah.
Sebek is probably either a slide or a cutter, so he will be able to resist, but you're gonna be fucking him up probably permanently at a minimum, depending on the amount of chaos you do.
Honestly, I leave it up to your character.
We have. I think we maybe just because of the my character's.
The chat is chanting for blood, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It
My
would be.
They want to back
Check.
I
dead.
think my
doesn't?
my
Fuck that
character,
guy.
he's a bit of he has a bit of he has morality. So I think when he scouted out the area, he looked for a building that would have been owned by drug dealers or something, people that are doing the community harm, and he would have scouted out this building is not only big, it's not going to kill anyone that is innocent.
Okay, so
Or it's gonna have
I'm gonna
very-
say I'll just say that you can bring down a water tower if you want.
Okay,
That'd be
let's do
really
that.
funny, actually.
Okay, so
And
I'm
then-
gonna say
No, wait,
you
but then I
take a
could have used the
stress.
Molotov.
I'm gonna say you take an additional stress for this.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So you're doing, but this is gonna be big heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It'll be
imagine
less heat 'cause you're not
It's
killing
like
a
a
bunch of
lot of extra dice, though, right? Because I'm doing the help action, you're doing the foresight stuff.
I don't know.
Well, no.
It's just increasing the.
Yeah, this is just increasing the
Effect.
position and effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, because you did all that stress, you're in a risky position for great effect,
Okay.
right?
much
And
for
I
a
did use the
gang
help
neutral.
action
Uh,
from foresight.
oh, in that case, you're taking an additional stress because I thought you were using the foresight
Well, I
action
mean,
to
to be
reduce
fair,
the
we
stress of the
already have a bad
flashback. Okay,
reputation.
but you
No,
are
I'm
doing-
using the
oh,
foresight
yeah.
action to
It was
assist
two
a
stress
teammate.
flashback.
Gotcha.
Okay, great. So you have this is probably a rec roll. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
That's
So
not
how many dice do you have
terrible.
in rec?
Did you help me?
Yes, I used.
So I have one in rec, and then I have one from help.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're using a grenade and chucking.
Does
it at
anyone
a target.
else want to?
You have fine wrecking tools.
Oh yeah.
I do. What does that entail?
I'm gonna say that you've got a like, you have like a what would this even be? You have like a pressurized nail gun that instead of a grenade, you're gonna be able to like wrap some paper and gunpowder around it and
Ooh,
just
I like
fire
that.
it into there.
The
Gotcha.
chat
So
you're
really
using your
wants
fine-
blood.
There's about to be.
The chat really wants blood.
Yeah,
So I marked that down as part of my load, right?
Yes. And
So
now
you're
you have
rolling 3 dice. All right, come
No,
on, John.
I actually
Come
really
on,
All
John.
right, dice cam is active. Go ahead and make the roll.
I really want to kill
Hey,
someone.
two sixes. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, it's not
On the
the
cam, yes.
That's our second
None of
six.
them are on the cans except for the
So okay. So you're holy fuck.
Oh my God, yes.
I like the placing of the dice can.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. This is the first critical we've gotten in the campaign.
Really?
So you're gonna fire this nail gun up, and it's gonna hit this pipe, which is going to swing down on the street just as your carriage passes behind it, and it's going to crash into this brick wall next to it. That's going to be shaken,
Give it a second.
and all of the iron beams above it are going to crack and whir. And we are going to cut. The camera's going to cut to the top of one of the old high water towers, right? That's dangling like on a huge mess of support structures and cables in the middle of the district. There's this municipal worker with a clipboard from the Ministry on Preservation who's like, all right, we got a pipe burst earlier. We got to make sure that it's not related to this tower. And he's checking valves, and he's going to hear a slight pop down in the district, and he's going to be like, ugh. Fucking gangsters are shooting at each other again. And he's going to twist the valve as he's going to hear as support structure after support structure is collapsing down on the street. And he's going to be like, oh, that's not good. He's going to kick a box on his clipboard and grab a cable above him as the tower is going to begin lurching over. This municipal worker is left dangling there 50 feet in the air as the tower below his street is going to crash through Middlebrook Avenue.
Holy shit.
And it's like, so at this point, like, 2 hounds climb out of the door on Sebek's caravan, and they are going to mount a, like, large armor-piercing rifle on top of the ammo box. And as they're pulling the lever back, one of them's gonna look up as the street above them has a fucking water tower crash through it and just into this caravan, flooding, splashing water everywhere. The old rusted water mixing with equally red blood, splashing out from the red sashes on this caravan. The carriage is gonna double over and just be aluminum canned, crushed in. The goats are gonna like rush away as a steel beam is gonna smash them into oblivion. And as the carriage is driving off, you're gonna see like Sebek climb out of the wreckage a little bit, and a like steel support beam is going to crash down and slash him across.
Yeah.
But is he dead?
Sebek is going to clamber away, permanently blinded.
Oh,
Can I take a shot at him?
He's gone.
No.
He's a scoundrel.
I look-
Just as you guys can, he can choose to bail from a score, but he's taken like a level 3 injury, permanently blinded.
I
Oh my
look
God.
back out of the back of the carriage, and I
fucking go.
I spit out a tooth from where I got kicked in the jaw earlier, and I say, "You played the game well, boys. Too bad you had to play against us."
Yeah. Alright, and Sebek, his coterie dead, his shipment of arms destroyed, is going to just completely fuck off into the mess of high water place, get mugged on the way, and end up at home. All right, so
Oh yeah.
like, this is a common red sash L. Nobody ever sides with the red sash when I run War of the Crow. I think I made Sebek way too unlikable.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys watch the Goblin
Oh
Forest,
my god.
I did.
it's
I
bad.
watched it.
Yes.
Nobody
I got
likes
like halfway
Sebek.
through it.
He's
Yeah,
a poor guy.
He's the dick.
So
Holy
okay,
shit.
your carriage is going to rush off into the distance, weaving through Highwater Place, as you guys are going to come up out of the road, onto the road that's going to connect you from the neighborhood of Highwater Place into the neighborhood of South Commerce Avenue. And there's only like a few roads that do it, right? There's not many places you can enter Highwater. And as you guys get up, you're going to have a look at Highwater Way, which is going to end and bisect off into the 3 roads into South Commerce here. And you're going to see that what you avoided was a backlog of traffic. Like an obscene amount of traffic in Highwater Place. You would have been stuck there for hours. All right, but you weaved under these roads and avoided that, and I'm only going to fill in 1 additional clock on the window of opportunity closes. You guys have
Yeah.
navigated most of the way there and lost very little time in doing
Ah,
it.
shit.
Your phone.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, don't worry, Landfist. I have a strong suspicion that Sebek will be returning.
He will come back to
This is
haunt
not
us.
the last of Sebek. I'm not going to give up an NPC that easily. Okay.
Not
So,
even close, baby.
at this point, you guys, that's what you get for a critical, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You just did.
Sebek
Like,
isn't a problem for a while.
Yeah, you've taken him out of commission. The red, like, you're gonna lose some relation with the red sash.
So Beck will return in Avengers Endgame.
Oh
Alright, so,
god.
and on now, it's worth noting that South Commerce Avenue has been the subject of a lot of talk in the underworld. Everyone knows the billhooks are going for it. Everyone knows multiple arms dealers are trying to get guns in there. And now there's rumor on the street that ethnic terrorists are trying to seize it for no reason. So even if the Scotlanders change their mind, word on the street is that that's what they're doing. And so obviously the Bluecoats have set some checkpoints here. They're not going to go in a Highwater Place to do it because they're not insane, but they'll set up checkpoints on Highwater Avenue. And so you guys are, like, all of the roads that are going into South Commerce are going to have a little Bluecoat checkpoint set up. There's like a line of carriages and, people drawing carts and groups of individuals that have all gotten into a line waiting to be let into South Commerce to do their shopping. Are you guys getting in this line?
Yes.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think so.
So you guys get in this line and slowly.
Flashback. I've visited these checkpoints before we did the heist.
That's true. I
and
remember that.
Gotten familiar with the officers who are running the checkpoints, and I've done some background checks.
Okay.
I want to find the one who's in the most precarious, vulnerable position in
Absolutely.
his personal life, and instruct. Why can't I think of your character's name?
Sullivan.
Oh my god,
Sullivan or Everett.
to go to that line.
Okay, so you're gonna whisper, "Hey, the dude at checkpoint 3 has been having an affair against his wife with multiple prostitutes in the Dockside district. We've got."
Oh, actually, no, wait. With my contact.
With Nyrix.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
with
God,
Nyrix,
you
I would
have-
just know that.
Yeah. So okay, your contact would know that. So instead of a 1 stress flashback, you can take that W.
Okay,
No
let's
stress
go.
flashback because your
All right.
contact is a prostitute who
Thank
shares
God,
with
let's
you
go.
info on her clients.
I knew that'd be a good one.
Okay, so I give you like a short thumbs up, and we continue on.
All right.
I am now like nursing this.
So, okay.
bruised jaw.
So you guys are walking up to checkpoint 3, and have you spoken with this blue coat in advance
What's
and
his
let him
name?
know, hey, we're coming, let
Wait,
us in, or
sure.
your
Are
wife
we
Yes.
walking up or
Yeah.
is it in the carriage?
You're in a carriage.
Okay.
Because you need to get your cargo through.
What's
it's like
his name?
it's a street checkpoint.
I don't have a name yet. James, do you have a name for this guard, maybe?
Give me a name for this guard.
Are you a guard?
Tommy.
Barnaby.
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy, all right, Tommy is the kind of
Tommy
name
and
that
his
you need
wife,
to follow
Gina.
with a quote nickname. Like, Tommy who?
Tommy No Eyes.
Let's call him... We'll call him Tommy,
Tommy
two
Two-Face.
times.
Tommy two times, yeah. Like
Cheated on
that.
his wife 2 times.
20 times.
And third time, it's 3 strikes and you're out. Like that's the rule of Duskwall Divorce Court. So you can't let him know. Tommy No Fingers. He
Tommy
likes
No-
fireworks. Okay, so
Just like-
you guys are pulling up close to this checkpoint, and you're going to see Tommy 2 times.
How are you, Tommy? Two
Well,
times.
you're not there yet. He's currently processing the guys behind him, and he's going to make eye contact with you, and you agreed in advance that he's going to let you in, but he is sweating profusely. Okay, and you're going to see he's in this little brick building with a window, and you're just going to see a large calloused hand on his shoulder for a second, with like a blue coat, like well cleaned blue coat uniform behind it, and then disappear back into the window. Okay, and this guy's got a clipboard, he's got all of his stuff, This is the sergeant, so there's a couple other bluecoats there, but they just do what the sergeant in charge, Tommy, tells them to do.
Okay.
All right? And the carriage is going to pull up to this checkpoint.
Can I make a general insight check on that? That interaction with the superior?
Oh, you're about to understand what that was.
Fuck.
So
I think I
you're-
do understand.
You're gonna pull up to this checkpoint, right? And Tommy 2 times is
Actually,
sitting there.
wait. If I've talked to him already, would that have been a sway roll? And if so, mesmerism.
You want him to remember that he talked with you because you need
Yeah.
him to know that he has info on you.
Right, but if they forget it happened until they see you again, until they next interact
Oh yeah.
with you.
Okay. Yeah. So
So
you're
he
you're
wouldn't
making
have
sure.
remembered
Yeah.
in the
This
meantime
guy
to tell
won't have
anybody.
squealed. Yeah. This
But
guy
he'll
will
remember
not
when
have
we show
squealed.
up. Okay.
Yeah. He did not squeal. He's not shared any information. That does not change this.
Okay.
So the
fair
carriage
enough.
is going to pull up here. He didn't burn you.
Okay, that's what
He
I was
didn't
worried
burn you.
about. Okay.
Like you're reading from his face that he's scared.
I
okay.
step out of the cart.
Okay.
Hello.
So
Or actually,
you've
that's
walked
not
up to
his
the
voice.
window.
Huh?
You walked up to the window.
Well, I'm not too close, but I'm being friendly and.
Yeah, your carriage is now next in line. You're getting ready to move it into position.
Hello, Mr. Tommy.
Walking up, making eye contact with Tommy, you are going to see the person standing behind him. The 6'1" figure wearing a pristine blue coat officer's uniform with like a black widow's peak haircut. And his body's weirdly proportioned. He has huge arms and a huge torso, but his legs look way too small to fit his
He's
frame.
he's the guy from Spider-Man.
And you are going to recognize this man to be ensuring that his checkpoints are working and wanting to stop crime in the district he's been assigned to, the new captain of the City Watch and leader of the Blue Coat First Precinct, Stance Holbrook. And Captain Holbrook is going to look out and he's going to say, "All right, Tommy. Looks like we got another group of folks trying to get into South Commerce Avenue." And he's going to see the banner for the Owls, and he's going to say, "That name sounds mighty familiar, Thomas. You might want to pay particularly close scrutiny to this gang of hawkers."
I kind of look to the friendly person and I kind of like give him like a short
To
bow.
Holbrook or Tommy?
Isn't he looking in our direction?
Yeah, both of them are, but
Yeah.
who are you bowing to?
I look to Holbrook and I give him like a short bow. I don't say anything, but I give him a short
You
bow.
look awfully familiar. Who might you be?
Aren't you wearing a mask?
Oh, are you wearing your owl mask still?
Yeah.
know if that's a good
Well,
idea. We have a
actually-
-2 with them.
Oh, that's a good point. I say I have taken it off.
Okay, you've taken off the mask. You
Although-
look awfully familiar. And who might you be?
Might I know anything about Holbrook?
Yeah, he's the newly assigned
Through my
captain of
contacts.
guard.
All right, here's-
and you're gonna. I mean, everybody knows that blue coats are never fully pure in intention. This guy's been sent in, and he's made it very clear to criminal gangs that he is going to stop the war between the Lampblacks and the Red Sashes and keep the Crows from
All right.
reemerging through any means necessary. This has included arming drug dealers to interrupt their market. This guy set up the Bowling Street Tinctures gang.
Out of character a
Okay.
little bit. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Our goal isn't necessarily evil in any way. All we're doing is arming mercenaries because they're under attack.
Right.
If we tell them that that's what we're doing, that we're only selling these arms to people who need protection, I think it's fine. I think he might
But
just
we're
let us
also
through.
aware then that he's been
What's your
funneling
swag?
gangs, right?
Huh?
What's your
You're
swag?
probably aware, but
Very
you might
high.
not have evidence that's going to be
Oh.
prosecutable because the dude who would be in charge of
It's actually
prosecuting
not that
him is
high.
Or consort?
Like
My
the
consort's
blue
good.
coat
Okay.
system is super corrupt, and it's going to be hard to blackmail him.
I'm already standing there.
Let me negotiate with him.
I don't think we need to. I think we just tell.
No,
you
no,
tell
no.
him like
Because
straight up.
if he's trying to funnel gang wars,
I
first of
I
all,
say you
that's,
give the slide a chance.
that's beneficial for us, and that we get to transport more arms to more people. Second off, too, I mean, it's just like a way to get on his good side, I think, and pass through it if we strike a bargain with him, perhaps for like another transport job.
He
Okay.
could also lead us to more.
You might want to let the slide do the talking.
Yeah, but before he does that, I'm going to answer his question earlier when he said, "Who might you be?"
Who might you be?
The name's Everett Sullivan. Nice to meet you, sir.
Sullivan. Albrook.
That is one hell of a grip you got
Yeah,
there,
you're
sir.
going to see that there's going to be like red outlines on your hand.
Ah, that's
Never
impressive.
skip Palm Day.
No, absolutely not, sir.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I go retrieve my friend that's traveling with me?
Yeah, go ahead and retrieve your friend.
I walk away and I look to you. Your turn, buddy. And I walk back with him.
Well,
Walk over.
they're multiplying.
I love this guy so much.
I see that my constituent Everett has introduced himself.
That he has.
Holbrook, I presume.
This guy's Captain Holbrook to you.
Captain.
And who might you be, you crow's foot spawned low-life thug?
The name is Marchant Kerrigan. but you can call me-
Marchant Kerrigan, that doesn't sound Duskwall. Are you from around here? Marchant
No, actually, I come
Kerrigan.
from... No, actually, I'm a native of the Dagger Isles myself.
Ah, you're a long way from home, aren't you?
That I am.
All right. What are you doing with South Commerce Avenue? That looks like a proper carriage. I see a few guns in the windows.
Pioneering some business, one might say.
You understand that firearms trade unlicensed is illegal.
I do. I also understand that you would like to stop illegal activities here in Duskwall.
Yeah. And he's gonna gesture to the other two bluecoats who are gonna begin arming themselves because what you've said in.
Oh, by the way, when he says that unlicensed, can I pull out a document which is our license for?
Now this will be forged. This is not legal what you're doing.
I mean, I have a friend that could have helped me forge this.
Yeah.
Could I have borrowed someone else's license?
Borrowed.
I have several gun dealers I'm acquainted with,
Okay.
or gun part dealers.
I'll say that take a load and it'll be a zero stress flashback.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'll
okay,
put that under
you're gonna hand him a forged
Oh.
license.
And look,
First.
can we say it's under my name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let
Alright,
me
so
let me retcon a little then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead and retcon, Kerrigan.
I go back towards the cart as soon as he says that we need a license.
well, it is my pleasure to inform you that we do in fact have a license.
You have a license, really?
One of my constituents should be
Here
retrieved.
you are, sir.
and he's gonna reach into the window and shuffle around in the glove box. You're gonna hand him the license. Okay. Oh. All right. What are you rolling?
I'd like to work.
Can I roll
construct,
sway
if that's
actually?
okay.
Or could I roll sway since I'm the one negotiating with him?
Yeah, sure. So you present the license. That makes sense because you're doing the talking, and you're gonna roll sway.
With the
Okay.
documents.
I'm
gonna
giving
go-
you. Hold on. Let me get the dice cam up.
Yep.
With the documents, could we get an extra D6?
No, they're not fine quality.
Okay.
Um,
They could be.
If they can't. If you're just taking the documents in the items list, they're
Oh!
unless you have a
Find cover identity.
that counts. Untick your box.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. Find cover identity. Okay, wait. Let me get the dice cam up and running. Okay, so you have 3 dice now.
Okay,
And I'm
come
going
on,
to say that
motherfucker.
this is. I'm going to say that this is standard risky. If you'd like to trade position for effect, you may.
I don't think we need to.
I don't think we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're okay here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Come
3
on.
dice. I presume. Okay. Okay. Oh my fucking god.
2 and 3.
He's going to look at this and he's going to say, "Wait a goddamn minute. The assigning officer on this permit is Captain Stance Holbrook, and I don't remember signing no permit."
Flashback.
Now, you can't flashback to undo something that already happened. So it is now established
Let's
that
gaslight
he
him.
sees through this.
Could I have sent one of our lower ranking constituents perhaps to get him to sign off on some other document that's not related to this at all?
What are you trying to get him to sign off
Maybe
on?
like a property document.
Why?
Just so that we could claim that he did sign something for us.
But it's not this. He knows that this is bullshit.
Oh shit. Okay.
That has been established. That was the result
Give me a
of the
second to
failure.
think this through.
In that case, yeah, actually, I'd just like to undo showing him the permit and go back to the conversation we were having where I said it is very much illegal, however.
Illegal. Now you're forging documents with my name on them.
No, can we go back before we even
No,
showed him the
that's been
okay,
established.
Okay, that's been established.
That's now established. You can't
Okay.
flashback
Can you give
to
me?
undo things.
I
that
need to
occurred.
think about this for a second.
I think
Okay.
we.
Yeah, time
I think
out,
we
okay.
give up on the bit, and I think
We give up
do
on the
just
bit. My thought,
persuade him to.
yeah, my thought is that we basically negotiate. Yeah, it's illegal, but we're also
he's interested in
the loop on the
preventing
rumor
war.
that you're funneling gangs to basically let them all kill each other. So
I'm thinking what we do is this guy seems like a combination of like he thinks he's holier than thou. I say we play to that. What we do here is that we say, hey, there are merchants in trouble over the border. We are giving them weapons to protect them. That's what we are doing in the area. If you want to send a blue coat with us to make sure we do that, that's fine. Because
I don't
we're
like that
not
at
we
all.
would not be telling a lie there.
Okay.
I don't.
We could
You're
try to-
doing the talking, Marchant. What are you saying?
Sorry.
You're presenting me forged documentation from my office. I don't like that you're encroaching on my credibility like that.
We could try.
There have
bribing.
been rumors
Oh, yeah? What nature, Marchant?
in the nature that you want gangs out of Duskwall.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, a rumor that the chief of the 1st Precinct wants less gang warfare.
And then I
Dust
whisper to
Wall.
him, and that you're illegally funneling them arms and other materials so that they'll just kill each other.
And he's gonna lean over and he's gonna say, "What's it to you, little man?" Like this is common knowledge in Duskwall.
Would you like to strike a bargain?
Strike a bargain.
We can transport arms for you at a discount if you let us through.
And here I was thinking you were threatening me.
Oh no, we come fully with intentions to help.
We come to negotiate, not to threaten.
Ethan, would it be okay if I brought up the merchants now?
Sure, why not?
All right. I kind of look to him and I say, my friend, these arms are going to merchants in danger. On the other side of this street are people good working people who are selling their fair share of money throughout this district and helping the economy grow, and they're in danger. All we're doing here is selling weapons to them so they can protect themselves.
You're the Owls, aren't you?
We are.
That we are.
We've been acquainted before.
That
An
we have.
evidence locker full of ammunition and weaponry went missing around this time last month.
That it
Our
did.
sources indicated it was you. You're not just selling weapons to merchants. You're selling stolen blue coat weapons to merchants. Because remember, this is true. This is on your sheet. You were started up with stolen blue coats weapons, and that's why you're at -2.
Yeah.
What if we replace the weapons we stole with better ones?
That'll cost the crew coin or downtime activities.
Could
I'm
I
willing to invest the
flashback
downtime in
to
it.
have made maybe 1 or 2 sample weapons that are just a smidgen nicer than what we're selling to merchants?
Oh, hold on. Can we just full on say that wasn't us? That was someone pretending to be us.
It's unlikely.
It's unlikely.
This is cemented enough in their institutional memory that they have -2 with you. Like, this is known beef you guys have.
I'm trying to think of a way that we can,
That's right. We did in fact do that. But, as you can see, we've now gotten a footing here in Duskwall because of your weapons.
Okay, I'm listening.
Consider it more or less an investment in your mission to bring down all the gangs. Now that we've gotten a footing using your weapons, you can then use us to transport more of your goods.
And we'd be happy to supply you with more weapons later down the line to replace the ones we already stole.
And he's going to smile for a moment, and he's going to say, "Oh, you're not getting off the hook that easy. I might have a use for you. But weapons? No, we don't need weapons. We got the entire Ministry of Preservation on our side with that one. You do have one chip at the negotiating table.
Go on, my fair sir.
From what I understand, you are currently the only criminal organization of any repute in this district that is siding with the Crows in the coming war.
That we are.
Here's what I want from you. Work your relationship with the Crows. Get them into a proper alliance. Get Lissa's trust. And then, kill her. The number one threat to my operation in the Crow's Foot district is the reunion of the Crows gang. Right now they're weak, but they're quickly rebuilding. And I need to make sure that Lissa doesn't cement herself as a new Rorik. What I need are men on the inside of her organization.
My-
I know what we do.
I have an idea too.
No. Okay. God, how much are we allowed to metagame here?
As much as you want.
Okay, so we know that the Scotland, the Tsarists, are heading over in our downtime to come negotiate with
Yes.
us. They fucking hate the Blue Coats.
Filling in
Yeah.
another window of opportunity. You've been negotiating here for a while.
Rather than fulfill our promise to him now, let's just say yes, take his bargain, and try to work it and funnel him information or whatever, and we trade the Tsarists in order for their in return for their minigun or whatever, they go to assassinate him.
Ooh. So we don't have a loose end.
Yeah, so we
I like
can
that.
And
keep
you're
working
talking
the crow
about
thing.
subcontracting the Saurus Goblin army to assassinate Lissa in exchange for a minigun in order to get the blue coats off your back.
No. To
No,
assassinate.
to assassinate this guy.
To assassinate Stans Holbrook.
Yes.
All right, that would essentially be a score against the 1st Precinct headquarters,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
which honestly they'd probably be cool to do down the
They
line.
would probably love to do that one, I imagine.
But, okay, here's my idea in the shorthand.
Okay.
This is out in the open. Multiple people are hearing this. So I say what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, no, we couldn't possibly do that. But actually, I'll just do it. I look to him and I say, I'm sorry, sir. We couldn't possibly. And as I'm talking, I'm writing with my finger in like his desk. We accept. We accept over and over again. We couldn't possibly do that. I'm really sorry, sir, but we are an honorable organization. And he's just saying...
You have to understand that
And
puts us
so
in a very risky position.
He's going to lean forward to you, and he's going to whisper. All right. He's going to whisper,
right.
Look, I'm going to let you off the hook on this one then. You have 2 months. And if Lissa is still alive at the end of those 2 months, we're crushing your little operation. Now what that means is 2 scores from now. So if by the end of round 3, Lissa is still alive, the Bluecoats are going to war with the Owls.
Ooh,
That is a bargain that has been struck.
God damn.
And you are going to be allowed to pass into South Commerce Street.
I look at him and say,
fucking
you're
A.
a good man. And we keep going.
And he's going to look back at you and call out, You don't have to lie to me, Everett.
I'm not lying.
And then you're wrong. And he's going to continue checking traffic.
My God.
I kind of look back to you and say, I think that went well.
I think that could have gone a lot.
That could have gone a lot better, but it went well.
If we do make it to
Sorry, we lost your documentation.
if we do make it to like the 3rd session and she's still not dead, I'd be willing to go and do it unaffiliated with the crew. Or, like,
That's going to be a
Owls.
score. You got to do scores with the crew. I do not have time to do individuals going out and assassinating people. I'm
So
gonna
I
say
can't
that
split off from the
you
group
cannot.
while we're here.
Okay, so that being said, though,
No.
with like being a slide and everything, I could make us disguises, so we could fake being another crew.
Okay.
We could. I was also thinking about like an efficient way to
That's how we
assassinate
could. That's how I could
somebody.
spend my
This is a
downtime.
If we ever
theoretical,
get this
though.
person in a room, we could fake a gas leak, and then just kill her with like a gas bomb.
Something.
Lissa?
Yeah.
Lissa's going to be hard to kill.
Yeah.
We tell you what, I'll spend downtime after this.
I
Just in
say
case
we-
it goes like really awry, like prepping disguises.
Oh, by the
and
way,
everything
yeah,
for us.
somebody just mentioned in the chat, there is a crew of assassins.
That's
that
true.
You could just ask the menagerie to do this.
True, I guess. Yeah. We could hire them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were assassins. I didn't get
The
to see
menagerie
them.
are assassins.
I say we try to pit it to the Tsarists first.
I
but
think
if
we
that's
do a
not-
bit of both.
Because you are currently trying to pursue a
I
better
think we put a
relation
bounty
with
on her
Stalkers.
head essentially.
Yeah, but you have to pay it if somebody reaps it.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's going to have to be a mighty high bounty for Lissa. But
Yeah.
you do have 2 months to think about it.
Yeah, we got a while. Okay.
Now, you guys are going to be let into South Commerce Street. Pretty close. You're about 3 down from the window of opportunity. So the bill hooks aren't here yet. But, like, Holbrook is going to be like, okay, don't cause any trouble. And he's going to send the 2 guys with you.
Understood?
Right? He's like, I want these guns to get here. I want these guys to know that I'm upholding my end of the bargain. And they are damn well expected to uphold theirs.
So here's a question.
Here's an answer.
For the next 2 months of in-game time, would you say that the blue coats are not on our backs, essentially? Like they'll let
No,
us.
they're on your backs. No,
Oh.
no. Yeah, they don't like you. Right?
Okay.
Until
This
you
is a
kill
one and
Lissa.
done thing.
This is like, we're letting you through, and we're not going to go to war with you, but you're killing Lissa.
Okay, so I think our next, just in character, I think our next move is we have to find a way to get either enough money to create a bounty on Lissa, or we need to just go out and hire someone to do it for us.
That's what I'm thinking. I think
Okay.
we might need to ditch these 2 as well. But
I don't think we need to, not right now.
Maybe not like.
They're
right
just
now, but
escorting you to
later.
the guns.
Yeah.
Oh, never
These
mind.
guys are bodyguards. They're not going to tail. They're
My
not.
bad.
These guys
I thought
aren't
they were
for the
gonna,
next
tail
2
us for the
months
next
on
2
owl
months.
duty. No, that would be fucking crazy.
Oh, so they're following us for the next 2 months.
That other group
No,
that
they
was
are
tailing
not
us
doing that.
earlier.
They never decided to engage
They're
because you
just
brought a water
escorting
tower
us
down
to,
on someone, and they were like, "Oh, we're not fucking with these guys."
Yeah, so
They blew up a water tower.
I'll tell you at the end of the session.
Now, you guys have arrived at South Commerce, and give me the name of the merchant that hired you. What's the name of the leader of the South Commerce merchants? Give me Barnaby?
Jack.
Barnaby, I like that.
Jack Barnaby?
Jack Barnaby.
Merchant Jack Barnaby of Barnaby's Gardeneries. It's a little lawn display store. It's a little operation, but he's a charismatic man, and so people in the community often look to him. So Barnaby's Gardenery, Jack Barnaby
I guess
is,
we're doing this?
is standing there with a few other merchants at the designated meeting location, talking to a large one-armed man with a spark craft ear and two smaller goons. Notably, they all have butcher's knife tattoos on their left arms, indicating that they're bill hooks. And the larger man is pressing his one and only arm on the wall next to Barnaby, and he's leaning in and he's saying, "We's given you enough time to think about our proposal. It's about time that you accepted, Barnaby, or your teeth is going to be in a gutter."
So, hold on. It's this guy and then two?
It's this guy, two littler goons, and three guys. And they're going to look at you.
Gentlemen.
Who do you think you is, you git?
I signal to these two to be ready.
Apologies for intruding. We happen to be on business with Barnaby.
You happen to be on business with Barnaby? You want to buy a garden gnome?
Yeah. I walk up to him. And I just say, "Hi, my name is Everett Sullivan. Nice to meet you."
And this is to the bill.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to reach out with his arm and say, "Everett?
Yep.
That name sounds mighty familiar."
I don't think it does, but go on.
And he's going to look, and he's going to look at your carriage.
How are you,
and
Barnaby?
He's going to see the banner, and he's going to see, "Use the owls, isn't you?"
Sure.
I gave it away.
Is you selling guns to Barnaby?
Maybe.
And he's going to look at Barnaby, and he's going to say, "You's a sly bastard, Barnaby." And he's gonna look to his men who have their bill hooks, their big like mooring knives
I
on
walk
them.
back away from him, and I look at Barnaby, and I do like a small signal to like have him step back. And when I shook his hand earlier, I placed a small little capsule, and it's now going to explode.
Now, okay, it's worth noting, like, you don't know that these guys want to fight yet. This is not
okay.
necessarily going to escalate.
I'm gonna wait for him to
It's
do that.
common in gangs for people to post up, but this
Yeah.
might not necessarily lead to a
In that
fight.
case, I'm gonna wait a little bit.
All right. So the blue coats are at their guns.
Imagine I did not say anything.
Yeah. So you've got this capsule in his hand. And he's gonna look over and he's gonna say, "You look like a bunch of pansies. We could rip you up between our teeth. I think it's best you turn around and go
I don't
right
know
now."
if that's a great idea, my friend.
I mean, then you couldn't rip up other people. Not quite as well, anyway.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you your business prospects go down a bit.
More of a action and consequences type of thing. You know what I mean? You seem like a smart man. You understand what I'm trying to say.
You's a flatterer.
Sure.
I like that. Oh, he
Thanks.
doesn't have that on. I like that. He's gonna look over and he's gonna say, "Give me one reason I shouldn't stick my boys on you right now."
Where else can you find premier arms?
We
Premier firearms, premier firearms.
Where
Premier
else are you gonna find
firearms.
arms? He's gonna look at his
arms.
The arm factory.
Hurt his feelings.
The arm
arm
factory.
store.
Where else is I gonna find arms? We don't buy our weapons from you.
You could.
Yeah, why would I buy from people supplying our enemy? That's bad economics.
Actually, no, he does have
Never
a fair
mind.
point. Yeah,
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Yeah, I actually didn't think of that far ahead.
Could be matching their firepower.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Not toppling it.
Hold on. All right, out of character a little bit. I
Yeah.
think what we do here is we basically say like, yeah, we've already gotten to your headquarters. We've done a little bit of like perusing.
No, he would not like that. Are you kidding? He'd fucking kill us.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, maybe not then. What do we want to say to him to say like one reason not to kill us here?
We're flatterers.
I don't know. I'm thinking about
Was
it.
the carriage open?
You have two armed cops with you, by the way.
That's
Oh no,
okay.
we left him outside.
You're on the street.
No, they
Yeah.
came
Oh,
over.
it's on the street.
Yeah, this is happening on the street in front of the gardenery shop.
We could. fight
The
them.
bill hooks. Who are they?
We could fight them actually.
Does the carriage open?
Hold on. Who are their allies and enemies? The bill hooks.
The bill hooks are currently, I don't think they're fighting with anyone right now.
Who do they have like general disdain with?
The blue coats.
The blue coats.
So,
And he's going to look at you and he's going to see you guys have cops. He's going to see that there's four of you and he's going to say, "You pay me your dues and we'll let you conduct business on our turf."
What's his name? Have we?
He hasn't said a name yet. Call me Biggin.
Biggin.
Bigot.
Is it Biggin?
Biggin, yeah.
I thought you
Biggin.
said bigot.
Call it. Oh, he's real racist. He's Biggin.
all right.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
actually
deal
walk
here?
up to
We're equal
walk
on.
over to Biggin, place a hand on his only shoulder, and like whisper into his ear, "We didn't come willingly with these two. you help us out now, I promise you in the future.
No, don't do
won't
that.
be-
No, don't do that.
Hey, double cross?
That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. No, that's a terrible idea.
Yo, what the
So
fuck?
what, you're whispering to this guy,
I'm whispering to this guy that we intend to like get rid of the blue coats.
and he's gonna lean in and he's gonna say, I don't care who brought you here. You're gonna pay me a coin to do business on our turf, or we're gonna rip your throat. He's asking for 1 coin, basically.
1 coin.
Do we have a coin?
How many
going
do-
to. He's
how many
gonna,
do we
he's,
get from
he's
this
like, he's
for?
like, you're selling
All right.
guns on our turf.
All right.
I'm still confident we're gonna beat these South Commerce merchants. You're at least gonna give me a share of the sale.
All right. Here's what's about to happen. We have 2 options. Either we pay our coin and we go on like nothing happens. How long do we have left in the session? I just wanna know.
Man.
We have this room until 6.
Okay,
we're fine.
cool.
We're doing
Someone
fine
in
on
chat
time.
says
Or
forge a coin.
we make this really fun.
Forge a coin.
Element of surprise. I have an idea.
We have a-
I think we have. I mean, if the Blue Coats are willing to help us out, which I imagine they are.
Probably, but it's worth noting. Like, Stance doesn't want you to cause trouble in this district. It might piss him off if you immediately get into a gunfight and kill one.
These
or two of
guys
his men.
are actively dangerous.
They haven't attacked you yet.
Yeah, but it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're actively dangerous.
So
They're
you
Blue
what?
Coats might report a different story if you get them involved in a fight.
Tell you what.
If I
Like,
walk,
these Blue Coats don't want to fight for you. They're here just to make sure you do a deal.
okay.
Like, they're with you, but they're not on your side.
Well, here's my thinking. If we go into a fight here, and we actually do manage to win, which I think we can win here.
Why don't we just
We
say
don't
we'll
need
take
to
our business
fight.
elsewhere and wait them out?
We could
We've
do
got a
that.
whole lot of guns in the back. We don't need to fight. We just point them all at them.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Do they have firearms on them?
They
No.
probably have a couple flintlocks in these.
Oh, so they don't have like heavy.
No, they don't.
Do we have heavy
And so
weaponry?
you,
in
you,
our-
Yeah.
you could be like, oh,
Oh, wait, you
okay,
said it's
we're
on the
doing
street?
business on
Hold
our
on,
turf. You may
time
as
out,
well
time
get
out,
to
time
see
out.
the merchandise. And
Wait,
threaten
wait.
them.
Oh, I like that idea.
It's on the
Okay.
street, not in a
Yeah.
store or anything? I thought we were inside Barnaby's.
No,
No,
you're
we're
outside.
outside.
You're outside Barnaby's gardeneries.
Is Barnaby out here?
Yeah, Barnaby's here.
So
So
I-
do you want to threaten them and say you may as well?
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look back to Marchant, right?
Yeah.
I kind of looked at Marchant and Barnaby and kind of
Marchand.
say, you two mind stepping back a little bit. I look to you and say, my friends, I'm really sorry, but we do have business to conduct here. However, if you are interested in looking at our merchandise, and I look back over to the cart, and I'm imagining both of you are pulling out the biggest weapons you can find.
You're pulling out 2 blunderbusses.
yeah.
I look back to him, and I say, "There's a lot more."
Hold on.
Subtle. He's gonna look at the carriage.
Not really. I kind of look back to Marchant,
Time out.
and
What are subterfuge supplies?
I don't know.
No idea.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
I
not
think that'd
helpful
be
here.
like lockpicks.
I'm thinking lockpicks and shit. Yeah. And he's gonna look back at you
Oh.
and he's gonna say,
quick flashback.
"Uh huh."
Could I have told the could I have come here before and told the people on the street, like basically just people on the street, basically warned them, hey, we're looking out for your safety. There's probably going to be some kind of fight here.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
chance."
Wait,
Take one
hear me
stress.
out.
I'll allow
And
it.
basically what this is I'm trying to get the people on our side. We're like, hey, we're in this for your protection solely. We don't want you involved in this. You need to get off the street at this time.
Alternately, hear me out. We tell them we are going to give them we give the people their guns and we get them to fight with us.
Yeah, so like people are walking over, getting guns out of the caravan. People have clubs, and Biggin is gonna start looking around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and
can we
he's
have
gonna
sold
say-
them in advance actually?
And so he's gonna say,
And then as he's thinking about it, I pull up
"Now
like
you."
this.
Okay, it's worth noting. You guys have the advantage, and he's looking intimidated. Like you can kill this guy and his goons if you'd like, but that may escalate to a war with the
Yeah,
villains.
I'm
that's what I was
I'm further cementing this intimidation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk straight up to him and I'm gonna press my coat against his thing, and what's in this coat is the top of my cane which I took off earlier.
All right. So
And
which is the gun part.
Yes, and I'm pressing it into his stomach, and I'm saying, we really don't want to have any trouble, my friend.
He's gonna look out and he's gonna say, "Looks like you've got us 10-1 on numbers." He's gonna say, "If I had both my arms, that'd be an even fight. Our business ain't done here.
No,
Ever
it ain't.
ain't."
Wouldn't that just be 10-2?
and he is going to say, "All right, boys, let's go. It's buy one get one at the briny bucket tonight." And they're going to turn and they're going to leave South Commerce Boulevard.
Great talking with you, friend.
Thank
And he's
fucking
going to call back and he's
God.
going to say, "Next time there ain't being a lot of words, Sullivan." And that's a successful deal.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. Okay.
So
I look to Barnaby.
Barnaby is
How
going
are
to
you
say,
doing, Barnaby? It's good to see you again.
"That was damn impressive, Sullivan. I think you're going to help a lot keeping the bill hooks off our back. I think
Absolutely.
it's going to be a tough fight next week, but now that we're armed, we might have a chance of keeping them off." And he's going to say, "All right, we pooled all our savings, and I think we got enough to meet market price."
Sounds good, sir.
And so he is going to, he's going to call, and the heads of all of the owners of all the shops, all of the matriarchs and patriarchs of all of the big families, are going to come together, and they are going to give you money equivalent to, it was 5 coin.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to give you 5 coin.
Let's go.
And he's going to nod.
And then possibly future business.
And now, yes, I would like you to add a contact to your crew sheet, John Barnaby, a merchant.
John.
Yeah.
Jack Barnaby,
Cruise
a
sheet
merchant.
to our cruise sheet.
Jack your cruise sheet. You don't
Where's
gotta
the
add it
spot
there.
for
okay.
that? Do I
Like
just add
here.
it over here? Yeah, but he's not on there. So where
Maybe
would I-
like put it like down here or something. Or you can cross out one of these and just put it at the top. All right.
I'll just put it here.
God, that was stressful.
That was so stressful.
I don't think you guys took very much stress at all, actually.
No,
That was the
I took
cleanest.
one stress.
That was easily the cleanest session we've seen.
That was our
Your
goal.
crit was fucking crazy. Like, that fight was probably going to be the big source of stress and injury.
That's the fastest I think I've seen.
That
Are
was
we
2 hours.
done?
That was
Does
2
anyone
hours
have
of score.
over a tier 1 injury?
I have a bruised jaw.
I just have
But-
I have a bruised chest.
Wow,
I
that's
think.
it's impressive.
Insanely smooth score.
We are extremely efficient.
That was weird.
Apparently.
Like, I was expecting, that's the first thing we've had that hasn't devolved into a knockdown, drag-out fight. Smooth working owls.
Do we get some EXP for that?
You're about to get a lot
Fucking
of stuff.
God.
Okay, you
We
said
now-
we get 5
Before
coins.
that,
Hold
can we
on,
do
hold
some
on.
RP?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to run to the back.
I'd like to sit down with the rest of the merchants.
Oh, yeah, all right. The merchants are here.
Are you going? Are you going somewhere?
I was gonna get some water, but that can wait. We're almost done.
I'm gonna sit down with the rest of the merchants. I imagine we're all in here. I think I've brought in some just some food that I've prepared. Just basically like a small meal
Flashback.
and like some tea. Just some tea time with these merchants. And basically, what I'm going for here is I'm going to discuss.
You jelly a mean eel, Sullivan.
Oh yeah, it's very good, and I like to make it, especially for my friends. And my goal here is that I want to essentially talk nicely, get them to really like me, make it seem like we're on the same side here, which we are.
Yes.
And hopefully make it so that I can supply more weapons over the course of the next month or so to get passive income.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm going for.
So there are turf that you can take that do that. You guys already are getting passive income every turn.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, if anyone from the menagerie is watching, you're supposed to get +1 passive income every turn because you hold your lair still. Remind me of that next session if any of you are out there.
My thinking is that
I'm
we
gonna-
do something like this. I'm gonna look to the people, and after we talk and just have a nice time. I imagine you three are also here as well. So if anyone wants to jump in with me, you 100% can. I kind of look to the merchants, and I see the question. I say, so you need lots of protection. It seems like the billhooks are really on your asses.
That is a fair assessment, Mr. Sullivan. It's looking like we're preparing for the long haul on this one. And we may need more firearms in the future, so if ever you're
We'd
willing
be
to haul
happy
them over.
to help.
Now here's what I'm going to say. You have a standing opportunity then. Regardless of what the other opportunities are, you are always free to pick the default score, vend guns to South Commerce Street for 5 coin.
Oh my God! That's
So
really great.
you will always have that fallback option is what I'll say.
Okay. I will look to him, and I'm going to give an offer. I say, my friend, I have a question for you. Do you know of any gangs in the area that control this space? And I imagine not really. You want them here, correct?
Well, the local gangs that you might find in other neighborhoods, they don't really come super into play here. We here on South Commerce have always been a little more resistant to that sort of thing. we're the local power in these parts. So if somebody's seizing turf, they would be doing it from these guys. They are, the merchants of South Commerce Street are, for mechanics purposes, the local gang that controls it.
Okay. This is where I'm going with this. I look to him and I say, would you be interested in splitting a bit of turf with us?
Splitting a bit of turf with you. What might that mean?
Nothing really for you in the long end. All that means is that we're going to be supplying weapons, we're going to be supplying arms and all that stuff, and protection as well, in exchange for a little bit of land and a little bit of friendliness.
Here's what I'm going to say. What you are proposing to me is a social score to seize turf. That doesn't mean you're doing it hostilely. So next round, your score could be a social score to convince the South Commerce people to let you in as a protectorate of your gang.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd be down
I
for
actually.
that.
I think we have a lot of stuff
Excellent.
we can
And he's going to
convince
say, well, right now things are a little unstable, but if you're interested in talk in the future, well, you always have a seat at my dinner table, Mr. Sullivan.
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you so much, sir.
And that will be the conclusion of the score. Let's do downtime.
Okay.
That was so clean.
I
That
can't
was
believe that was
obscenely clean.
That was so clean.
I can't believe that was only 2
Maybe
hours.
We are
Critical W.
professionals.
We are professional.
Apparently.
Whew, okay.
Those garden gnomes, we want those.
quickly.
No.
Someone's recommending
no.
gnome grenades.
No, that's I'm saying. I read that. I think we actually should like gnome IEDs. No, I'm not even
Yes.
kidding. No, because if we do that, then we
IED,
get
improvised explosive decoration.
No, I'm saying like we could set them up in flashbacks and things for like future scores.
Oh my god,
And they're
yes!
completely unsuspecting, so it's not like anybody would remove it for thinking it's like a fucking bomb, and then we
Yeah.
could just
We still
Absolutely.
have 9 people in the session.
we
Yeah,
definitely
I think we've averaged more than 10 viewers. This is
And
a
there was
weird-
14 at
we
some
definitely
There
want to
was,
barter
we
for
hit
some
14.
gnomes.
This
Though.
is a
Yeah, I
weird
agree.
amount of
I think
viewership.
that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
So okay, let's real quick do downtime. First of all, you have 5 coin to distribute between yourselves how you'd like.
I say we just put it maybe 1 coin each and then 1 coin.
I mean, like, what can I do with coin?
Buy more downtime activities and get better doctors for healing. Honestly, you guys are going to end off with more coin than most other folks because you somehow avoided injury really well. In this.
I say we go
One,
one coin for each person and then
Can I
One
ask
into the
really quickly what
treasury.
you can do in downtime? I know you're probably tired of hearing that.
Say again?
Can I ask what you can do in downtime?
Yes, I will answer that in a second. Somebody mentioned Kartoshka in the Scotland Freedom Warriors chat, and I've made that for Russian history extra credit. It tastes like Cocoa Puffs because I'm bad.
I need to ask Julian if he's...
Now, in downtime, there's a list of various things you can do. We will get to that in a moment. But first off,
Oh, we were number 2 on tabletop role playing game.
number 2.
We were number 2?
Well,
Yeah.
remember,
That's
in
what
tabletop
Christian
role-playing
says.
streamers, the max is usually 26 people. Like, they're
That's still impressive.
it's still nice. Like,
That's still really
for our
impressive.
for our 4th stream, that's really fun.
That's incredible.
So that's nice.
Hold on a second. I'm going to text somebody.
Okay, now
Yo.
now 1 coin to each of you, and then 1 goes to the cruise vault. Correct?
I think that's what we're saying, yeah.
Perfect. So as to rep, you guys are in 2 by default. The target, South Commerce merchants, are the same tier as you, so you're not getting any pluses or minuses for that. But I did promise you 1 additional rep because you were advertising yourself. So somebody on the cruise sheet fill in 3 reputation.
Where is the rep?
Where is
I
the-
see
okay.
it.
Now, if you get 12 reputation and spend 8 coin, you can upgrade to a tier 1 gang, meaning that you are now as large institutionally as
How much
someone like the
reputation?
Bill Hooks. 3. You have 3 right now. You need 12.
it.
And it's worth
God,
noting that every
wow.
turf that you hold past your first one reduces the number of rep you need to level up your tier by 1. So if you hold 3 turf, you only need 9 rep. Okay?
Okay, cool.
Now, you guys have gotten your payout, and now time for heat.
Okay.
Normally I'd give this 6 because you collapsed a water tower, but you specifically found a place that was not going to kill a lot of people. There was still a gunfight in the streets. I am going to give this 4 heat. Loud and chaotic, high exposure. Do we agree?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Is that Mr. Landis? Right.
Oh, it's the
my.
Scotland Saurus have arrived.
Oh, the deal.
Oh dear.
We'll conduct our negotiations.
We'll conduct our
momentarily.
negotiations in a moment.
Now,
My friend.
you guys have received 4 heat by default. You were not attacking a high-profile target. It did not happen on hostile turf. You're not at war with anyone, but you did kill someone. So the gang is taking 6 heat plus 2 because you were advertising yourself for a total of 8.
Ooh.
Now let's
Oh my
see.
gosh,
1,
okay.
2,
We
3,
are
4,
just
5,
under the
6,
wanted
7, 8.
Oh.
Now
How
I'm
much
rolling
heat was
2.
that?
Now I am rolling 2 dice and taking the lower because your wanted level is 0. But because you have 8 heat, I'm rolling on the worst chart. All right? So something is going to happen because you did this. On a 1 through a 3, one of your NPCs is either flipped against you or interrogated by the cops. On a 4 or a 5, another gang is doing a show of force against your gang. And on a 6, one of you is doing hard time. But your wanted level is 0, so they don't have a ton of evidence on you. And so you're just going to go to jail for a couple weeks and lose 1 downtime activity before you're released. Okay?
Okay.
Autumn. You are rolling the entanglements roll. 2 dice, take the lower. If you roll 2 6s somehow, which is I think what Bowling Street did, somebody goes to jail.
A 6
A
and a
6 and a
3.
3.
So a 3 is what you're taking because you have 0 wanted level. Okay. Now do I want someone flipped or interrogated? I am going to say.
You know what would be really, really convenient? If John Barnaby gets interrogated, because he'd be telling them that, yeah, we followed through with our deal.
I think
Here's
that
what I'm
might
gonna
make
say.
sense too for the blue coats.
I'm going to say that the Billhooks need a new supplier of weapons, and they're going to Clyra. Somebody's friend is Clyra, correct?
Yeah, she's my nemesis.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. What is everybody's friend?
Steiner and Casta.
Who's Steiner?
Or no.
Give me your friend, not your enemy.
Steiner's my friend.
And he's,
Casta's my rival.
What is Steiner?
Bounty hunter.
You?
Amelie,
You're a hound, not a
detective, blue coat detective.
Nyrix,
One of my best
the
friends.
prostitute.
Eckerd, corpse thief.
Nyrix, the
Prostitute.
prostitute.
Steiner's a hound.
Okay, so Steiner is a bounty hunter, you said, correct?
Casta's the bounty hunter. Steiner's the hound. I got it mixed up.
Okay. Steiner's the hound. Who's going to be flipped against you?
I'm not sure you have a good flip here. I hate to
I
say
don't
it.
have a super good flip here. I'm going to say that Clyra's been interrogated.
Okay.
All right,
My
Clyra-
enemy?
Hmm?
My enemy?
I'm sorry, Nyrix is being interrogated.
Okay.
So, interrogation, the blue coats are going to round up... Oh, no, they round up one of you. Oh, one of you is getting interrogated.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're the most likely to get interrogated.
sure.
All right.
You're the face.
And now it's worth noting, Holbrook is not going to interfere with this because he doesn't want people to know you've been contracted. So he's just going to let you be interrogated.
Okay, understood.
Now, you can either bribe the officers interrogating you, you can be beat up, or you can tell them what they want to know. If you bribe them, you have to pay 3 coin. If they beat you
Ooh.
up, you take a level 2 harm. And if you tell them what they want to know, you get +3 heat.
I think you get beat up personally.
Well, hold on. How much does it take to heal?
It takes, on average, 2 downtime activities have a 50% chance of healing you.
Oh wow, that's cruel.
But you can spend a coin to get a 3rd downtime activity, so your odds of fully healing are better than even.
What would +3 on our heat do?
Due to us, yeah. It make us wanted.
It would
What's
make you
the-
wanted level 1, meaning that if you go to jail, it's worse. And I'm now rolling 1 dice instead of 2 and taking the lower for future entanglement rolls.
Fucking okay, either pay or get beat up. I don't think we can afford being wanted right now.
We can't
I
pay
don't
either.
think
We only
we
have 3 coin.
I think-
I say get beat up.
Beat up. All right. I kind of.
Would you like to resist it? You can resist it down to level 1.
I'll resist.
Roll prowess.
I will say, you're gonna take away a man's cane. What am I doing here?
And then he's going to say
Prowess.
yes, and he's going to hit you in the ribs with it.
You fucker! Actually, before going into this,
There's no getting around it.
yeah, but I'm just saying. I think after that
This is a
session,
bag.
my character dives into his old vice and takes a little bit of morphine before it
All right.
to relax himself.
Okay.
So it is a little less painful.
Then I'm going to say instead of rolling prowess, I'm going to have you make a resolve
Okay.
resist roll.
Oh god. I'm just gonna put this on the floor.
Me back
wait.
at home.
Oh,
doing
actually,
weird
wait a minute,
spirituals.
wait a minute. Or alternatively, engaging with the morphine is going to cause you to, if you want to get an experience point for struggling with your vice, I'll say that you're going into the interrogation room mid-overdose.
I think it's like right after this, and he had gotten like rounded up, and he had the morphine on him, and it was a situation of like, I'm incredibly stressed out. I don't really know what to do here. I need something to relax me.
Sure. So I'm
and
offering
I stabbed myself with the morphine, and I'm relaxed, and my mind is going 1,000 miles per hour, but I'm relaxed.
So I'm going to offer you then this. If you want to get the experience point for struggling with your vice, I'm going to give you a level 2 harm and a level 1 harm that can't be resisted withdrawals. So I'm giving you an experience in exchange for a level 1 harm.
What does experience do again?
It allows you to get another special ability and more action dots later on.
Ooh, that would be really good for
I
me,
say
actually.
take it.
All right, I'll take it.
Take it, roll 2 dice, you're picking the lower. This is prowess.
1.
Don't roll another
Yeah.
1.
3.
Oh no, you are taking the lower.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right, you're taking 5 stress.
Oh wait, no, I'm stupid because I did the morphine thing, so it made it less painful.
No longer true. Because you're
Oh.
getting an experience, it has to make things worse. You're
Okay.
struggling with your vice.
5.
So you're taking a level 1 harm withdrawals, essentially.
Where's that? Where did I put that?
Right there.
Are you almost
Right
at the
here?
trauma?
Right in the level 1. In the level 1.
This one?
Yeah, withdrawals.
Uh,
Now if you heal all the way, those are both going to go away.
okay. And anything else? Bruised jaw withdrawals? Do I take anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
All right, so now that's entanglements done.
Didn't you say 5 stress?
Oh, do I
Yeah.
take?
Oh yeah, 5 stress because you failed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what
No
happens when I
trauma.
fill up?
When you fill up, you take a trauma, erase all of your stress, circle one of those. Your character's been permanently mentally impacted by their crime, and if they take 3 more of those, they're out.
Okay. Can I?
Have you filled up all the way?
Yes.
Okay, so erase all your stress and circle a trauma. Now, while you're doing that, let's go into downtime activities. Okay, Autumn, you're going first. Now let's see, there are a few things you can do. Acquiring assets, pursuing a long-term project, recovering, reducing
say
stress,
haunted.
training, and reducing heat.
I think I'm going to try and reduce some of the heat.
I
loss.
agree. Okay, reduce heat. Say what your character does to reduce the heat level of the crew and make an action roll. You might consort with your friend who's a blue coat and arrange for a few incriminating watch reports to disappear, or command the fear of local citizens so they're afraid to snitch.
Who do we currently have heat from?
It's just a general thing.
Oh.
So you're telling me what you're doing. Like, you can say, some of the South Commerce merchants are about to snitch. I'm commanding them not to. You can make up something that you're doing here. I'm using prowl to break into an evidence locker and burn evidence against us. Like, you tell me what you're doing.
Okay, I guess what would make the most sense is prevent any of the South Commerce merchants from, like, essentially snitching to the Bluecoats, because I think they'd probably be interrogated at some point.
Okay, what skill are you rolling?
I don't know. I don't know what any of the resolve ones do, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay, what do you have here? Resolve. Okay, command is intimidation or barking orders to people. Consort is socializing. Sway is persuading.
Would you also say I would have gotten an EXP from addressing a
We're gonna get to that.
Can
That's
someone
the last
else
step.
do their downtime first? while I
Yes,
think about
Ethan,
it?
you're doing your downtime first. What
I would like to remove heat. My thought is that through my prostitute contact, Nyrix, I'm going to get into contact with Tommy Two-Time and have him do whatever he can, best of his ability, to reduce some of the heat on us.
So you're
right
like,
off the
all right,
Bluecoats.
I've altered the terms of the deal. Go burn some watch reports.
Yeah.
Okay, what skill are you using?
Sway.
Sway makes sense. Go ahead and roll sway. If your highest result is a 1, 2, or 3, you reduce 1 heat. If it's a 4 or a 5, you reduce 3. You reduce 2. If it's a 6, you reduce 3. And on a crit, 2 6s, you reduce 5 heat.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
It's a 5.
Reduce 2 heat from the crew's sheet, please. Would you like? You have a second downtime activity. You can do that again if you'd like, or you can reduce stress or heal.
I only have 2 stress. What would you advise?
I would advise reduce heat again.
Okay, I'll just
honestly.
do reduce heat. All
Go
right.
ahead.
3, 2, 1. That's a 6.
Oh my God! All right, please reduce 3 more heat from the crew.
So 5 total.
So yeah, this guy burned most of the evidence. Against
Damn,
him.
we could have taken the heat.
We remove 5 heat?
Yeah, remove
Yeah,
5 heat.
wanted levels would be locked in. Your heat resets, and I add a wanted level, so it would have been bad in the long run. It was very good, actually, that you didn't talk.
Yeah.
Okay, you're next.
The only way we got out of that is if I beat myself up.
I would perhaps like to, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'd like to craft.
Okay, let's craft.
Let's craft.
What would you like to craft?
Since I have Artificer, I have one special design.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this is a fairly unique weapon. I think maybe like, fuck it, I'm gonna be wacky with it. Maybe
Sure.
like a double-barreled revolver.
Okay.
And so I would like, I don't know how many Tinker roll to determine the quality level.
Now, to invent a formula for a new alchemical concoction, or the plan for a new item to design, you need to study it as a long-term project. Most new formulas or design require an 8-segment progress clock to invent and learn. and then I think you have to build it afterwards with an additional clock.
Yeah. So Artificer, I begin with one special design already known.
Yeah, did we not arrange that when you built the character?
No.
Are you sure?
I didn't see it on my character sheet. I could be wrong. I know he has 2 guns.
Gadget. Oh, we didn't write it down. Okay,
Yeah.
fuck. Alright,
Did someone grab my dice?
Yeah, I have them.
Okay, alright. Well, then you already have the design for this 2 revolver then.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is it? Alright, what does it do? You just have a double barrel
I will
revolver.
say it just fires twice per shot.
So you have a really strong, powerful...
Yeah.
Okay, great. Alright. Sure, that works for me. I think you just start with that as a lead. So you have that.
Yeah.
You have a double-barreled revolver. Write that down somewhere.
Gotcha. I'll put it over here.
May I make a proposal? If he is going to craft in his downtime, could we do the...
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Go ahead and conduct your negotiations now. I need water. I'll be back. If you need me to mediate something, I'll
That's
be
a
back
good
soon.
idea, because that way I can start inventing
Is it?
that.
Hold on.
Now,
wait.
by the way,
Oh.
just context for the folks watching at home. A representative from the ethnic terrorist organization, the Scotland Tsarist Army, would like to speak with the Owls to potentially exchange their creation of a fine quality spark craft weapon for coin or favors later on.
So you're coming to us.
Floor is yours.
So,
and
are
we
we-
want
Would you like
Drahoslav.
So that you're in frame.
James,
Go ahead
over
and
here.
get
James, before you step out, are all 4 of us allowed to talk to him, or is it just going to be?
Everyone.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys have arranged a private room somewhere in the Pork Chop Bar and Grill in Tangletown.
Okay, that works.
I walk in first.
All right.
I see you sitting down.
I know nothing about any of your characters. I did not catch this very
What is your name? Because I think my character would have.
I don't remember your name either.
My
I'm sorry.
character's name is Drahoslav Belolovic.
Belivovic.
Just-
Belivovic.
Belolovic.
And you
Belolovic.
are. What's your call sign?
The foreman.
Foreman.
I walk in and I say, Jaroslav, good to meet you.
Take off my glove before I do that.
I follow in behind.
I sit down next to you. My name is Everett Sullivan, and this is my constituent, Marchant. What was your last name?
Kerrigan.
Marchant Kerrigan.
Is it just you two that are in this?
Does
discussion?
anyone
I
else
guess I'm
maybe?
also
I
here.
should probably be here,
Okay.
considering I'm the one making it.
Give me 1 second to pull up your.
I'm like the bodyguard in this situation, I guess.
This here is Shiva Patel, and here is Aspen Caulfield. You said you want a weapon?
Yes. I figure that's what you all make anyway. I, along with the rest of the Freedom Warriors of Scotland, have a concept for a design that we need to be made for a potential operation we're interested in. This design, none of us could make it in such a short time as I'm sure all of you could. But this design would be a multi-barrel, rapid rate of fire firearm.
Is that possible?
Do you have blueprints? It's been tried,
That's why we're going to you.
so you don't have blueprints.
No,
You're asking us to invent a firearm.
I am. Produce it. We only need one. We don't care about the size or weight.
And you have money to give us for this item.
We have a few things that we are willing to offer.
Such as?
I have a small wound case with me.
Ooh.
We discovered this when we had taken care of one of the ruffians in Crowsfoot. 2, or I guess simply a pair of recoil stabilizers. And I'm sure that you can reverse engineer and mass produce.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Could I take a look?
Yeah, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to James for that.
James is just gone,
James
so I
is
can't
just
even
gone.
like check him.
Oh, here we
Speak-
go.
We summoned him!
Hello.
You summoned him. That was impressive.
What's up?
You found recoil stabilizers?
I'm showing them the recoil stabilizers.
Oh, yeah. So these are things that a guy was using on their score that allowed him to wield 2 sawed-off shotguns at once. Essentially little devices that stabilize the recoil such that it doesn't blow both of his arms off while he fires them.
Mm.
So it turns a
We could definitely
two-handed
use
weapon
this in the
into a
concept.
one-handed weapon.
essentially.
Okay.
or a weapon you could not use into a weapon you could theoretically use.
Maybe, yeah.
So I kind of look to you as our gunmaker or gunman.
I mean, these are certainly nice, but I mean, you're asking me to make something that's never been made before.
But you're not saying it's impossible.
No, nothing's impossible. But
My friend, you come to us with objects. You come to us with these beautiful items, which I'm sure we could find a use for, and I'm sure we could find a way to mass produce. 100% going to go towards your due. However, we are looking for coin. That being said, we're willing to negotiate a little something else.
What are you looking to negotiate?
We're in a predicament. With the blue coats, you see.
I'm not too fond of the blue coats.
Exactly,
Neither
neither
are
are
we.
we. They want us to double-cross the crows. However, they've been good to us, and I don't plan on it anytime soon. We've been given a 2-month deadline to assassinate the head of the gang. What we propose to you is that within that time frame, you assassinate Captain Holbrook.
You do that, it will drastically reduce the amount of money you will owe us for this high fire rate multi-barreled gun. I'm thinking, just logistically, probably quite a bit of coin just to get the materials.
Not Christian, just all caps yes in the chat.
Quite a bit of coin just to get the materials, and even more to get it to you. Now, if you do this for us, we'd be willing to maybe have that. Have that, maybe even 3/4 down. You'd be paying us pennies for this weapon.
In return for some heat off our backs.
And possibly some help later down the line, maybe a favor or two. We'll give you favors, you'll give us favors. It'll be a nice partnership. I also hear you don't quite like the, what was their name? The people we encountered with those
Red Sashes.
James, am I aware they blinded Sebek?
Yeah, that gets out real quick.
Yeah.
I'm unhappy with that circumstance.
You're unhappy?
When I kill Sebek, I want it to be a fair fight.
Oh, he'll be ready for you, Drahaslav.
Here.
Well, I'm sorry for
Well, I'm
doing
sure he
that
has
to
time
you,
to
my
recover,
friend.
and you have time to develop your weapon.
I just remembered, this is slightly off topic, but still relevant to all of you. One of our members produced 2 things that they want you to have. A shepherd's pie and a native pastry of Scotland.
Oh,
Huh?
This is very important.
thank you.
What is the pastry?
Oh, let me
I
make
believe
sure.
it's kartoshka.
It is kartoshka.
Just all caps, yes. I just saw it.
The
Who's
Muffin
fine?
Man.
Saves the
I
day.
reach over to the kartoshka and I like take a piece and try a bite.
I also try a bite.
Canonically, fucking delicious.
Canonically, Jay is a very good baker.
Really well.
Oh my god.
Jay is a leech whose specialty is baked goods.
That's incredible.
That's fantastic.
Tell you what, bring us more of this shit. Forget the coin.
No,
If you want
he's kidding.
the
But
captain of the Blue Coat's dead,
we want the captain of the Blue Coats dead, and a possible.
All right, okay.
We want the captain of the Blue Coats dead, and then a possible partnership down the line between us two. Perhaps you are. Do bravos as a term exist in?
Yeah,
the
all of
world?
the terms for the classes and groups exist.
You
in
all
the
are
game.
bravos. Unfortunately, we're not very. We don't like to get our hands super dirty when it comes to blood. You all don't have a problem with that.
neither I nor our headhunter do.
If you're interested, we'd be willing to give you this gun in exchange for the head of the
Coat
blue
captain.
coats to be dead, and also a future partnership where we hire you to do missions and you hire us to give you guns.
If you do this, I will walk into the first precinct with that gun myself, and I will bring you his head.
My friend, I think we have a deal.
Now, it's worth noting, essentially killing Captain Stance Holbrook is going to be a turf seizure on the 1st Precinct or an assassination, both of which are going to be very difficult.
Yep.
Possible, but very difficult for a fledgling crew.
We either kill him or we die trying.
Fuck
Yeah!
All right, so
Oh, keep the recoil stabilizers.
now with that in mind, what are you doing with your downtime?
All right. Well, I suppose I gotta get on that.
Great seeing you, man.
Those medallions are not.
I'll see you at
Let's
GB
see.
later.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So what exactly does it mean by it requires an 8-segment progress clock?
Do you remember this, the clock?
Yeah.
You have one of those.
So
And you're going to fill in a little bit for every downtime you spend working on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Ooh,
So that's gonna take a while.
we're not gonna have this done in the 2-month span.
Now,
are we?
okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, okay, I've made healing a little easier by virtue of the fact that Blades in the Dark, a campaign is supposed to be like 12 sessions, and you guys are going to have a maximum of 6 apiece. And so I have cut the amount of time it takes to do certain things down, and so I'm thinking that inventing and crafting one of these guns will be 1 clock instead of 2 separate 8-tier clocks.
Gotcha.
And you don't just fill in 1 slice at a time. It's dependent on, you fill in a minimum 1 slice at a time.
What would I roll to increase it or do to increase
I think it's a tinker roll.
tinker roll?
You're a leech, so you have 2 in tinker.
I also have +1 result level. That just means I go up by 1.
Wow. That means if you roll 1-6, it's treated as a critical success.
Woo!
Oh my
Okay.
god. Hold
Alright,
on, can I give him the help action somehow, or is this downtime activity?
It's a downtime.
You can use a downtime activity to give.
Can I use the downtime activity to help him? Actually, how many do I get?
2?
Okay, I'll use the
You
downtime.
might want to heal yourself.
You might want to heal.
Oh, yeah.
You are
Because if
really-
you get a level 1 injury and you already have
I'm
2 in the
still-
bank, it promotes to a level 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm still
yeah, I
rolling
do
2,
have
and the
level
worst
1,
I
huh?
can do is like a mild success.
Okay.
So
Wait.
Gotta get
Before any of
dice
that,
can.
we need to decide what you're building.
okay.
I'm going to, I think Shiva's going to approach this like a Lewis gun.
Okay.
So it'll probably be hand cranked, but he's going to try to make it portable. So it'll be sort of like handheld, two-handed though. You'll have to crank it, and as you crank it, it will fire. It'll rotate the cylinders, and each cylinder will fire.
It's like a
bullets.
hip-mounted weapon.
Now
Yeah,
they were
right.
talking about making it Sparkcraft as well, like
Yeah.
having a wired component where you can pour electroplasm in and it will accelerate. That's more complicated, but you can include it
I
in
can
your
do,
design if you
yeah,
want.
I can do that.
Oh,
Okay,
use
so
it like
that is
no,
what-
no,
that is what
no.
our
Use it
vision-
basically like lubricant for the like spindle.
Essentially, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
ghost lubricant, so it just.
So just put a hole in the top for ghost loop.
Now, okay, here's what we have to. I have to ask you some questions that you need to answer so we can figure out a bunch of stuff. So, what type of creation is this, and what does it do? It's a gun and it kills.
Yep.
Right. You ask me what is the minimum quality level of this. Okay. Now we have to figure out the quality level. Why are 9 people still watching this?
Because
It's in
we're
your
awesome.
training.
We're
I'm
great.
designing
building
a
an
gun, the
item.
best
Leap.
crew.
Changing the game. Okay, where do I find?
Sorry, Eagle.
Sometimes this thing is so
It's
damn
Travis.
difficult.
Oh, yeah, that is
to-
Travis.
Hi, Travis.
Hi, Travis.
Okay, I need to find Control F magnitude on the rules here to see if I can find that handy chart. All right, magnitude's on 220. Great.
I'm here to stalk my friends.
Very base.
Okay, so let's figure out the magnitude of this. The magnitude table is provided to help the GM make judgment calls. It's not meant to be rigid restriction. Use it as a guideline for setting the magnitude number. Okay. Okay. You add levels of magnitude together to describe a combination of effects, or simply focus on one key feature of the magnitude assessment, ignoring other elements. Even if they're on the magnitude scale, they're not always additive. All right, that's fine. So area scale, how many people do you anticipate this gun being able to take on at once?
You just go.
We wanted to like
and you
mow
just
down
kill an
a
entire
crowd.
like.
Yeah.
You're thinking an entire room. Are we
Yeah.
thinking you could take on a large gang of 20 people with this?
If they're far enough away, I'd say yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call this a scale level 3. How long can this thing fire before it's dumped of ammo?
Depends on how fast the fire rate is.
So actually, okay, what kinds of projectiles exist in this game? Just like purely like.
We have had so far, we've had muskets, flintlocks, and also revolvers and repeaters. Whatever you want. If you want bullets, we can have bullets. I'm anticipating this thing being a belt-fed bullet-operated gun instead of musket balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a paintball gun where you just pour it
Like-
at the top.
I mean, it could be right. We could just have a funnel.
Caliber.
It'd probably.
belt.
Just have like several.
I think the
funnels.
belt fed would work.
So are you thinking this can fire for like a few moments, or are we talking a few minutes of fire?
Maybe like 20 seconds.
Yeah, somewhere
20
in the
seconds
like
of
20 to
continue.
30 seconds.
And then you have to, and then it's like a quick reload. It goes.
Yeah.
Reloading's gonna take a while.
It's not going to be quick.
It's gonna
reload.
be
I
like-
think
And I'm
it'll-
gonna say this thing is gonna be 3 load, and every belt of ammo you take is an additional 1 or 2.
Yeah, I imagine it'll probably be more efficient.
But it
Yeah,
deals
there's
so much
definitely-
fucking
It
There's
is.
good.
definitely
It's
gonna be like one
incredibly
guy.
powerful.
It'll probably
dedicated.
like a
How far?
two-person
Okay,
weapon.
I'm thinking that this thing is probably not super long range. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say probably
like-
a stone's throw range.
It can shoot far, but you're
So
not going to hit anything.
for duration range, we're gonna give it 1. So I'm gonna say so far we're at magnitude 4, and this thing is very forceful, right? This thing is
Yeah.
incredibly forceful.
Big bullets.
I mean, I'm gonna call this a quality 2 weapon. Like this thing's gonna be big. So I think we have like 6 magnitude right now or something.
Okay.
So
God.
Oh lord, how long is this weapon gonna take?
this is a beyond military grade weapon. Like this is gonna take some effort to do.
It's an art piece, if you will.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Could we, in theory, get a cohort that would help
Oh,
this construction
wait.
go faster?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. We haven't done EXP yet.
We're gonna do that at the very end.
Yep. Because I could get the calculating
I
special
can't believe
ability,
that we've only
which
taken like
would
half
let-
the normal session time.
which would let me give him an extra down.
The session's not over yet. An average session is about 2.5 to 3 hours, and we're in that frame right now.
I thought I saw some of your other streams go for like 4.
Did they? Maybe.
Yeah.
We
I
can
thought
check
one of them
we can-
did.
we can check the VODs right now.
I'll look it up.
Jim Goblin, no spaces on YouTube for the VODs. Like and subscribe. My channel. No. Only one of them was above 3 hours, and it went 3 hours 34 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Where are we at right
We're gonna
now?
spend an
Like
hour
2.5.
crafting.
Okay.
Okay, so
We're gonna spend an hour crafting.
yeah, this is why somebody said in the chat that crafting, I seemed absolutely forlorn when I said the word crafting, like I had
Yeah, I'm
experience
sorry.
with it in the past. It's okay. It's what leeches do, and it's better that I learn it at some point. Okay, craft level. Okay, to craft something, spend 1 downtime activity to make a tinker roll to determine the quality level of the item you produced. The base quality level is equal to your crew's tier modified by the result of the roll. The results are based on your crew's tier because it indicates the overall quality of the workshop and materials you have access to. If you do the work with the workshop upgrade, your effective tier level is 1 higher for this roll, meaning you're operating at tier 1 instead of tier 0. The GM sets a minimum quality level that must be achieved in order to craft the item, based on the magnitude of the effect it produces. I'm going to go with 4, I think is a fair quality level. Like, that is big.
Yeah.
All right, so this is something that by default you would expect a tier 4 organization to produce, and I think like one of the only tier 4 organizations in Duskwall is the Imperial Military. So this is something that a la carte the military could expect to produce.
We'll get to make basically one of these babies, and that's
Yeah,
it.
this is a powerful thing. I'm honestly, what I might say is 8 to design and then a 4 slice clock to build it. We'll have to see.
Okay.
Okay.
8 coin? Is that what you said?
Slice.
Oh,
8 slice clock. Sorry.
I was about to say, that's
I was
a lot
reading
of
the word
coin.
coin here. You may spend coin 1 to 1 to increase the final quality level of your result roll.
I don't need to. Okay.
All right, but first things first, you have to design it. What I just read are the rules for building it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a creation or modification may have 1 or more drawbacks. I'm going to give this thing a drawback. Oh my God, conspicuous. Yeah, that's the drawback for this thing.
So true.
It's if you walk into
Where
a
are they
place
going?
with this thing, you're not really
They
expected.
said they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care.
So yeah, this thing is going to give you +2 heat if it's used at all on an operation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it does have a limited number of uses. You need a belt of ammo for every use. Okay, great. Now, let's have a clock for you to design this thing. It's probably going to get finished this turn. Okay, crafting. Inventing. All right? Yep. Artificer, able to invent 1 special formula when they make the... Okay. Once you've invented a formula design, you can craft it. Well, okay, how do we invent? 8-segment process clock, the player and GM ask and answer. Well, okay, but
Yeah, that's what I was confused about.
it doesn't say...
How you like progress it.
This is unhelpful. Oh, it probably says it under the downtime rules. Ooh, these rules are always weirdly spaced out. I don't know that there's a better way this book can be laid out, but it can be a little annoying sometimes. Long-term project. Okay. When you work on a long-term project, describe what your character does and roll one of your actions. Mark segments on the clock according to your result. A 1 through a 3 is 1 segment, a 4 or 5 is 2 segments, a 6 is 3 segments, and a critical is 5 segments. Ready?
Okay, so what am I rolling?
Let me get the dice cam up real. Oh, it's been up for a while. Okay.
Yeah, I've been staring.
You are rolling Tinker.
Tinker,
Mhm.
and so this is Sparkcraft, so I get a +1 result level.
Yes. Okay. So if you get at least 1 6,
That's a crit.
yeah.
Wait, before you do that, can I? Do I want to give? How many things?
The
does it
worst I
take?
can do is mediocre.
And
Okay.
also worth noting, you have 5 coin between all of you. If you really want to, you can basically guarantee this thing gets built. This
I
time.
will spend my coin on that.
So you
We don't
really don't
need
have to
it
worry
this-
too much.
We don't need it. This
We don't need
session?
it.
You don't need it now,
immediately.
but I think if you gave
Okay.
it to this goblin,
Does it? Does
No,
it
it-
take? Does it take me to do? Does it take me to? Do I have to spend a coin to heal myself?
Yes.
I would like it done this session, if for no other reason than
Anyone
we
here
only
know
have
Eckerd? Is anyone here friends with Eckerd?
Yes.
Okay, you have a doctor, so you'll spend coin if you want him to be better at healing than he is by default.
Wait.
What will I heal just from?
Wait,
one
my
damage
Eckerd is a
activity?
We don't
Corpse
know.
thief.
You roll for it. There's a good chance you won't heal at all.
Oh fuck!
You have 2 downtime
Wait.
activities.
Wait.
Actually, I'm sorry. You have a
Wait.
Wait, my Eckerd is a corpse thief.
Yeah, he's a quality 1 doctor. You'll go to him and he'll stitch you up a little bit better than he would a corpse.
Okay. I mean, that
right.
makes sense.
That's why your odds aren't great. But let's real quick here. Start with you.
All right, yeah, go for it. Do we
All right.
want to spend the coin to just make this weapon?
Yeah, because I think the sooner we can get rid of the blue coats on our tail, the better.
Now, I'm not saying that the goblins are going
we
to
could-
immediately
we
kill
could-
them.
I don't
the
think
deal
we could
you
wait-
made is that they're going to do it before the timer runs.
Yeah, I don't
We
think the
could do it
Scotlanders are
like
gonna-
at the third session.
But it might also you also might just want your allies to have a good weapon sooner than later, so they sustain fewer injuries on their next score.
Yeah, that's also kind of
You
my
want
thought.
them to be in a good
I think-
position.
I say we don't spend anything here because we're gonna get
We
more
can-
money next session
We can
anyway.
also spend mine to increase the quality level.
I don't think we need to do that. I think it's already pretty much super high quality.
What is the minimum quality level?
I'm thinking 4.
4? Okay. How do we?
I'm willing
how
to spend
the
my money
hell?
on it. I'm willing to dump everything. I have nothing better.
Maybe
I'll do
5.
it.
I'm gonna go with 5.
Yeah.
This
I'll
thing
put
is
my money
insane.
in it.
I'm going with 5 quality level.
All right.
dice.
Anyway, we still have to invent it. We're not even to the making a bit of it.
Yeah.
yet.
So go ahead and
So-
roll your dice.
Shit.
4.
4 and a 3.
All right. So that means that you had a regular success, which gets upgraded to a 6, which I think means you fill in 3 of the slices.
Excellent.
Ooh, and how much are there?
There's 8 total.
Mm.
So would you like to spend your second downtime activity doing this again?
I will do that again.
Now,
yes.
if you get 1 6 on this, you complete the invention. You don't build
Oh,
it.
come on, buddy!
Let's hope.
Come on, buddy! 5.
Oh, okay. Would you like to spend a coin on
Yeah,
another downtime
I'll go
activity?
ahead and spend my coin and rush
You
to
have
get
2
the
slices
invention done.
remaining. It's invented as long as you don't roll 2 1s. You have a 1 in 30. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 1 2s or 3s. You have a 75% chance.
How much does a mediocre get me? It's
1. Oh, but that's upgraded to 2 because you're an artificer.
Okay, so no matter what you roll,
okay.
you're good.
So yeah, but good.
Well,
good
thank
thing.
God you're an artificer.
Yeah, good thing.
That gets upgraded from 1 slice to 2 slices, and you complete the invention. You now have a schematic. Would somebody like to spend a coin on giving them another downtime activity to build
Yes.
the thing?
Yes.
Mm.
I
How
will.
long is it gonna take to craft it?
I'm gonna say.
I can't afford. I can't afford this.
I'm gonna say it's only gonna be a 4 clock to craft it. So if you get 1 6, you've crafted it.
I
But you'll
mean-
probably
Let's
have to
spend the
some
group
money.
coin on it. That way you
I
can
will-
use
Yeah,
yours.
spend a
Okay,
group
fine.
coin.
Spend the
Or
group
actually,
coin.
wait, never
If
mind.
my
I don't
coin
know.
doesn't go to
Crafting.
this,
Never
it's
mind.
going to
Crafting is
group.
crafting's not a clock. We just read the crafting rules,
Oh.
didn't we?
Oh.
Didn't we just read the crafting rules?
Craft it.
Yeah.
You have to spend it down.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so,
So that's
crafting.
what we just did.
To
Yeah.
craft something, spend 1 downtime activity to. That's not what you did. You spend it
Oh.
designing. That's a different downtime activity.
So crafting-
Now you have a design for this gun, which. What are we going to call it? The Beast is the first thing that comes to my mind. Or the Tsar. Because it's for the Scotlanders.
Yeah.
I do like Sar actually. That's
I like.
pretty cool.
How about the scar?
Scar.
That's already a weapon.
The scar
Oh,
from
is it?
Fortnite.
Mm. I like the idea of like naming it off of like a Greek god of some kind.
The barrage.
None of us are Greek.
The barrage.
Ooh.
Nobody. Okay.
I don't hate it. The harpy.
Aren't they
Actually,
Russian?
the harpy.
They are Russian.
They are
So
Russian.
Greek mythology.
The
that
bear?
makes sense. Babushka.
The bear.
Babushka!
Baba Yaga.
Babushka!
Babushka's an excellent name for this guy.
Baba
I also like the harpy because like a harpy
How
eagle.
about we let them name it?
They
Yeah,
Well, I
let
should
them
name
name
it.
it.
No,
I
he
should
should
make the
name
gun.
it. He made the gun.
Valkyrie.
Well, we should name
The
it.
Valkyrie?
People in the chat like Babushka. Alternatively,
is-
I also like
Somebody
the
suggested
Valkyrie.
the Throngler, which I quite like.
Any
Throngler.
Thronglers in the chat?
No.
Can I say that word on stream?
The Throngler.
You're gonna get
I'm
banned
gonna
from
get
Twitch.
canceled.
Christian's recommending the Scar, but with a T.
There's a Twitch mod in the
That's
chat.
with
You
a
heard me
T,
say
like
Thongler.
this.
We're not
Cigar.
naming it.
I like
Scar.
the Valkyrie. I like
Valkyrie's an
the
excellent
Valkyrie's pretty cool. Hold on, we need to wait for chat
Stars.
to
What is Julian want?
jump up with us.
I don't know if he's.
They can just change the name if they don't like the one you give
Yeah,
them. Like,
we can. This is just like the schematic name.
Yeah.
So we can name it after. What do we want to name it then? Because they can call theirs whatever they want.
Some kind of bird, maybe?
Well, I was thinking the harpy then,
I don't know. If,
That's a person.
That's not a bird.
like a harpy eagle.
No.
Eh.
Hold on. The vulture?
No.
no, it's not a vulture
That's
type.
more of like a
weapon.
rifle. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right, but it kills a bunch of people.
Vultures don't
Vultures
kill
don't
anything.
kill anything.
They
They
literally
eat dead
don't kill-
things.
They don't kill anything though. That's
eat
like their
dead-
entire
oh my
point.
fucking God. Okay.
What about?
A type of hawk, maybe? Because
Russian
we're
birds.
hawkers.
honestly, I'm
We're
kind of thinking
owls.
this should probably be quality 6 instead of quality 5 instead of 4. I think
I think that's
because of the
fair.
electroplasm.
The yellow hammer?
because it is
Quality 5.
Yellow
Ooh.
hammer.
Actually, just the hammer.
That's just we can't call the gun the hammer. That it's like renaming a knife.
The knife.
Someone said the Red Hawk.
Ooh.
Red Hawk.
Red
I kind of
Hawk.
like Red Hawk.
Let's do okay.
Red Hawk, but one word maybe.
The red hawk.
I like that.
The spoonbill.
You
The
guys are
pelican.
hawkers.
The pelican, the spoonbill.
It's
Sport.
gonna
Name it
It's
sport.
Either way.
I like the Red Hawk.
I think Red
I
Hawk.
like the Red Hawk.
All right,
It's
so
very
now
neutral.
let's see if you can make the Red Hawk. Go ahead and roll your 2 dice for Tinker. Now it's worth noting that if you get a 1, the quality level is by default equal to your tier minus 1. Remember your
Just
tier
call it
is 0.
Moscow.
Tier 0.
On a 4 or
Moscow.
5, it's equal to your tier. On a 6, it's equal to your tier plus 1. On 2 6s, it's
So
equal
this
to your tier
basically
plus 2.
just tells you
Can
how
we-
much better it is.
Yes.
Can we
Because it's
improve
already-
it?
But you're an artificer, so it just upgrades to it.
Yeah.
Now, no. He needs a minimum of 6, right? And so you're gonna have to spend money to get there, probably. A minimum of 5. So you're probably gonna have to spend money to get there. Let me read your artificer.
Ooh, wait, the lead lobber.
Yep. Okay. So if you get 1 6, it's treated as 2 6s.
That's kind of cool.
If
Okay.
you get a 5, it's treated as a
We'll-
6.
we'll
if you get a
workshop
3, it's
it.
treated as a 4.
Lead lobber.
Now you
that
get
one.
plus 1 quality because you guys have a workshop. No, do
Okay.
you?
Yeah, we do.
I think we do,
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
Somebody check your crew sheet. Do you have the workshop upgrade?
I don't.
There isn't an option for a
There is.
workshop?
Where do you see that?
I don't know if we took the workshop upgrade.
There isn't an option.
Can we improve?
You do not have a workshop.
Oh.
So
okay.
you're not getting the plus 1 quality for that. It just means you're probably gonna have to spend an additional coin.
Oh, okay, and we can also modify it to increase the quality, right?
Yes.
Or hold on.
Oh, God.
Or no, wait.
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
No,
wrong.
that's different.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
wrong.
You have enough money to do this.
What?
We're taking so long to
We
make
need
this
a
weapon.
we need a quality. So we need quality 5,
All right, go ahead and roll.
and then please 2 6.
5, that
and
means
two.
a 6.
Yep.
So the quality level is equal to 0 plus 1 is 1.
So 1. For
So
me.
you need to spend 4 coin to make this thing now.
I'll put my coin. Or no. I
Oh,
already used my
you've
coin.
already spent your coin
I
on
already spent
additional
my
downtime. That leaves 4 the rest of the crew. If you spend the rest of the money you made on this, you've got the Red Hawk for the Scotlanders.
So could we
Would it
try
be smarter
again?
to get a cohort that could help build it? Would
It's
that
too
be-
late.
Oh.
And also finding a cohort takes too long. It's stupid.
I mean,
Oh,
it says it costs 2.
Also, you guys can always just spend one of your downtimes doing a day job and get a
That's what I was just thinking
Yeah.
about, is that if I heal myself up, can we go ahead and do my healing? Because if I heal all the way, then I can just use my downtime to do a day job.
We
to
can
get some
also
money.
just craft this again sometime. It's only 1 downtime activity to make it. So even if I goof up on the first one, we can always just try again.
Yeah, do
Or-
we want to try next session?
4 coin, and the Scotlanders get a Red Hawk gun.
And they get to do that next session.
Yeah, so they next session will have a electroplasmic minigun if you pay this coin.
How about this? Can we put your thing on hold, and I'm gonna heal myself up. If I heal all the way, then I'm gonna.
You won't be able to heal all the way in 1 downtime.
You just cannot.
It's not possible because your doctor's quality 1.
What downtime activities have you spent?
I need to
None.
use the rest.
You
Haven't
could-
gone yet.
You could use your downtime activity to.
You could do some odd jobs.
Honestly, I
do
say
an
you
odd job.
spend the cruise coin. I think that that's the best move here because you guys don't have any super pressing injuries to deal with.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But I'm just like, I don't know if we want to be in the situation of 0 money.
That's where most of the other gangs are right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice to have a 1-up on all the other
I
gangs.
mean, like I said, like the schematics are made. We haven't burned any money on the gun yet, and we have a.
You sunk a coin into an extra downtime.
yeah,
too.
but I'm fine with that. That was my money.
Well,
So,
I guess it's
but
up to
I
you.
still-
If you want to spend
so
the
I
downtime to
crafted,
like
right?
spend.
So
Can
does
I
that just
do
mean I
two
have a
downtimes
quality
working?
1 weapon?
Can you do 2?
Yes.
Okay, then let's
so
just
then
do
I'll
that.
Do a double.
All right. There's 2. You have 2 coin now.
I like work as a bartender.
2
or
additional
something.
coin. You're working as a bartender at the Briny Bucket,
And we spend all the coin to make the Red Hawk.
and now the Red Hawk sits there hanging from 2 chains at the bottom of Clyde's Obscurities, just dripping electroplasm out from its
I just kind of look
out
at
from
it.
its central chamber.
I can give you another coin.
Do we want to?
It won't do anything.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say. I
third
don't
coin
think
for
it-
me won't do anything.
So you have spent everybody erase a collective 4 coin across you guys, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm already out.
Yeah.
So we have 2 coin to our name. In
Big
total.
if true.
Well, we have this coin, and I have a coin left because I spent 2 working, and then I gave those 2 to you.
Okay, yeah, so no, we have 2 coin left because you still have 1. Because I have 1, you have 1, there was a crew coin, your coin, and then you spent 2 more. You spent both your downtime to get 2 more coin. So we have 2
Everyone, all
coins
right.
in total.
Everybody, before you add your new coin, erase a coin, erase a coin, erase a coin, erase a crew coin. Do that.
We just did that.
And then,
All right, and now you have 2 coin in your pocket.
yeah, for
That we
whatever
can put
want.
into like crew or
But
something.
now you do your downtime.
Yes. I go to the. What's his name?
Go to Eckert, roll a d6, do it quick. I'm tired.
Roll a d6.
Yep,
Is
one
that all?
d6. Yep, get a 6 if you can. Go ahead.
Can I give this a bonus in any way, or is this just?
If you want to spend a coin, but it's not worth it. Statistically, it's better to spend it on your downtime.
I got a 1.
You got a 1? Okay, you fill in 1 slice of your healing clock. That needs to fill up all the way, and then you're healed if it does. Go ahead and roll your second. On a 6, you filled the healing clock up all the way.
5.
Okay, your healing clock fills up 2 additional slices. If Autumn would like to give you a coin, you can roll that again and guarantee yourself a heal. It's probably worth it, to be honest.
Do I have 2 coin or 1
Yeah,
coin?
you have 2.
Okay.
Because
Can
the
you give me up?
Yeah.
All right, you have 1 coin now. Roll the die.
Well, I'm already auto-filled, right?
Yeah, but they carry over. So if you get a
What the fuck?
what is that?
Huh? A 5.
5.
Okay, you have 1 slice carried over, and that is everyone's downtime activities. That is the end because you burned evidence.
Yeah.
That is the end
I'm
of.
gonna go ahead and get rid of my
Experience?
bruised jaw.
Oh, experience! Fuck. Okay, we're so close. All right, I'm tired. All right,
You're
experience points times. You all marked for the desperate rolls you did. Let's do you first. Read me off your experience triggers.
Where do I find those?
Below your friends.
Oh, what did I do?
Gather
desperate roll
information.
Did you
Forget.
I think you
Wait.
filled it in when you did it. Did you not?
for? No.
Every time you roll
It
a
was- it
desperate
was-
action,
it was-
mark
it was hunt.
XP in that
Hunt.
action's
Hunt.
attribute.
Hunt. So I get another to hunt?
Fill in
Yeah.
an
Or-
XP bar for hunt.
Okay, every time you roll a desperate
Was
action,
that one
mark
of the
XP in that
circles,
action's
or is it the
attribute. At the
inside
end
thing?
of each session for
It's
each
one of
item
these.
below, mark 1
Yeah, fill in one of
XP
those
for
for
attribute.
insight.
Or 2
yeah.
XP for the item that you address
Read
the
me
challenge.
off. Read me off. Read me off the first one.
Okay. Well, the first one just says, every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in that action's attribute.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
everyone has
so that's
that.
okay. You addressed a challenge with deception or influence.
Yes, take 2. You did that a lot.
Okay, so where do I put those then?
I'm gonna tell you in a sec.
Okay, so 2 for
Next
that.
trigger.
Okay. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I did talk about being from the Dagger Isles.
I'll give you +1.
Okay. And then you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. That did not happen.
You have 3 experience. You can put them either towards. You can put them towards getting another action dot or another special ability. You have 3 slices. You may fill in anywhere. Your turn. Read me off your triggers.
Every time, blah, 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 that's the desperate action thing. I already did that.
You already did that. Yes.
You address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
2.
2.
That's the maximum, by the way.
You express your beliefs, drives, and heritage or background. I used my morality to basically find a way not to kill a bunch of people with the thingy.
+1.
+1.
Next.
You struggle with issues from your vice. I did do that.
+1. You
So I
have
have
4 to
4.
distribute. Autumn. Read me off your experience triggers.
Address to challenge with tracking your violence.
2.
I blew guy's head off. Express your beliefs drives heritage or background.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Okay, next.
You struggle with issues from your vice or traumas.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
2.
Alright.
Put them wherever you'd like. Ethan. Nope. Sorry. John.
I missed it. What's going on?
Read me your XP triggers. I'm
Oh,
giving
gotcha.
you experience points.
Every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in that.
That's everybody.
Yeah. You address the challenge with technical skill or mayhem.
2.
2 in
Anywhere.
Can I fill in a dot?
No.
So it's okay.
If you fill in this whole bar, then you get a dot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just if I wanted to put an experience, I would just put it like right here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think
You've
you did.
expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I don't think so.
Um,
Oh, you're a Ruvian?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't come up when you were fighting the Red Sashes.
That's I kind of
Actually,
I
he did
hide.
mention it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, "I'm gonna step back."
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. You struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
You have 2 total. Put them where you'd like.
Gotcha.
All right.
What is my special armor?
It's related to special abilities. You don't have.
Okay, so should we erase like all
I
the
could
load and
take
everything?
Mastermind.
Yep. Get rid of all your load and stuff. Okay. That is the end.
I could take Mastermind to get
We
special
did it,
armor.
guys.
Yes, you could. Yes, but you don't have it right now.
Conclusion.
That is the end of Owl's session 1. Yeah. We will be back on Friday at 5 p.m. with the beginning of round 2. I will be posting to the Blades in the Dark subreddit at some point with the next couple days, updating on what all of the factions are doing in the background. I'll post the weekly newspaper there, the next opportunities, and the schedule. But assuming nothing changes, we'll be back Friday at 5. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you guys later.
From all of us here at the Crow's Foot District of Duskwall, we bid you a good eternal night. Bye-bye.